This will do. Go! Destroy everything in your path! Make them see invincible! Make them fear invincible! Make them hide!
Hello. Hello, hello, hello. La 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 la. Yeah, it should work. Hello. Hello. Does it work? Hello. people.
Hello, Bruce.
I'm sorry about that. Um, it's okay, fellas. I will need a quick hand from you guys. The stream, I think I'm gonna begin it. I'm gonna start now, even if we don't have a lot of players. My net speed seems to be not so ideal, so I think I will ask you guys to watch the stream and have the delay. I'm afraid. I don't think I'll be able to show you guys everything tonight.
Why is that?
Because my network seems to be. Ooh, that's not the right page. Yes. Yeah, my network seems to be bad today. So I will need to make this. 1 second. I actually had to recreate the tier list because it was not saved. The website I'm using doesn't save it. Yeah. See, no, that's not the page I need. This is the page I need. Okay. Alright, and yeah, it seems like everything is in order. Besides that, I have lost the tier list itself, so I will have to recreate it. You know, actually, maybe I can. Let me try. 1 second. This is the one that we're doing, and this is the one we had from last time, I'm thinking. So, let's see. Frost, CNC, MP3. Where was Calvin? Corpse D, Calvin, Mitya, Admiral. Okay. Osama. Oh, Osama's up there. Osama, Luna, Darial. Darial's a new picture now. Oh yeah, wait, I forgot to do the setting thing that he didn't like. Where is it? There we go. And, wait. Lebby, Otto, Hangel. Yeah, you guys can see the stuff I'm seeing, right? Everything is good? Everything is good, guys? Like, you know, if there's any technical problems, let me know. Who are you? People who have not played in over, let's say 6 months aren't on, or they must submit 5 replays. Oh, increase the volume on YouTube. Yes, sir, we will do. Wait, on YouTube? Wait, really? Oh. How do I increase my... How do I just speak closer to the microphone? Is that better? Wait, where's my tier list? Okay, I'm looking to a piece of paper. I'm trying to like compare them. Wait, see, Calvin, Mitya, Admiral, yes, Osama, Nagato, Darial, Libby, Otto, Hengel, Juba, Batre. Oh, M. Who's M? Is that MP?
Yes, that's MP.
Okay. Batreg, MSR, Naveed, Mao, Aldi, Bob, and wait, Flamer Bob. Okay. So this is where we left off from yesterday, kiddos? Is that correct? I think, yes, I think that's where we left off yesterday.
Over Nagato.
What?
Did you put some over Nagato?
I put Osama before Nagato. Osama, Nagato, Darial.
Okay, that's fine.
Oh, increase your volume. Okay, so yeah, the way I have this from the game settings, I have to increase everything's volume from my computer. Okay, your volume should be higher with everything else. So, besides the corpse thing, is there any other people who contest or say we made a mistake here? I feel like, like I said, I feel like I could change Osama and Nagato easily. I could probably put... What was I gonna say? Yeah, I feel like, Who else? Who else? I feel like I made a mistake with yeah, the last guys, the last ones. Who were the last ones from last time? I feel the last four or three or four. All right. Wait, let's see. All right. So what was I gonna say? Yeah. Gotta double check everything. What was our last play? Yeah, yeah. Let me check the play from last time. Yeah, you guys can see everything on my screen right now, but nothing I can do about that because
No, don't worry. We are all family here.
oh. So wait, who were
We're
the
not
last?
gonna
Who was
we're
the
not gonna
last?
exploit secrets, are we?
It was Osam was the last guy.
I'm messing it up.
Yeah, Sam was the last guy,
Mm-hmm.
and before Sam we were doing
Was it Levy?
mm, in alphabetically. So let's see who was there. Naveed,
Naveed.
yeah,
Naveed was
Naveed.
in Naveed. Okay. I think Naveed was nice in this position. Let me double check what it was. Further learning, yes. Naveed needs more practice and exposure to the game. Yeah. I guess we're at you then, Mr. Nick. Let's check. Let's comment and say hello to everybody on the stream. By the way, we are up and running. Hello to everybody. Is there anybody else who can talk here, fellas? Cause like I'm here to. I'm doing this on Discord just so I can hear your opinions.
Yes, and me rating myself is not that what we
You
want
could
here.
do it. No, you
Actually,
could do it. I'm okay with it. Like everybody is doing anything.
Oh,
So
that's, what if you put anything bad on there? So yeah,
okay.
I want to hear your. Let's see what you
So
say.
game sense. First of all, I think it's one word, right? Yeah, it's one word. All right. So versatility overall. So I've never seen a good time when Nick played GLA or USA correctly. So I'm gonna start off with this with a 3. And as for the versatility of ECA that when he plays, he can play all three protocols. I've seen him try every GP. He doesn't use tear gas a lot, but then again, who uses tear gas? They're afraid of crashing.
Yeah.
The Harriers are not that popular with anybody right now.
Yep. Although my GLA is over the recruit level, but a USA is definitely in the recruits.
So would I put it, would 3 be fair for you in the versatility sector? I think it would. Where is Osama and Darial today? And Sajad? Could you message them for me?
Yep, I will. Let me just get them.
Okay, so for eco and macro, wait, for you play Russia, your versatility is good too. I like the way you use your helicopter sometimes. Not enough Boris play, and I feel like you don't really cover your flank. Like when you hit tier 2, for me, the first thing you do is get the artillery upgrade or the missile upgrade, right? And the second thing you do is get double grumbles around your base, unless you're playing as double GLA or something, right? You don't do that enough. You don't like build your anti-air network, anti-stealth network. That's like one of those things that Russia does usually. Before they steamroll, they cover their flanks, and then they go straight forward. They kind of like, what they call castling in chess? Yeah. You play chess, Nick?
Not really.
Alright, there's like a move called castling where, yeah, YouTube is still saying that my stream is still loading, so, yeah. Has it been 20 minutes for the stream? Jesus. This feels like a minute. Alright, so for Versi overall, yeah, I feel like you can play. I haven't seen too much of your China, but I don't think your China is that bad if you can play Russia. I'm gonna give you like a 3 on that versatility.
If you rate a faction, I play a faction that's going to be ECA, then Russia, and then GLA and China both. Because my GLA has improved a lot now, so
Really? Okay.
yeah.
Alright, then for eco and macro, I think your ECA eco is good enough, but you could improve on it. For your Russian one, I remember it's not that good. You don't deploy your trucks, so you forget them. I'm gonna give this one for two and a
Yeah.
half, maybe, or maybe two. 2.5 is where I'm gonna start.
Well, I mean, you are putting me below ODX levels.
Oh, in eco and macro. I mean, ODX does. Maybe
ODX was
ODX
all
was
three.
wrong. Yeah, I guess, like I said, the list might be flawed in that sense.
Like,
Then, yeah, at least the radar
Darial
map. Huh?
four something.
Okay, then I can put you up. Then let me put you to a 3. Then I feel like the radar map is a mistake. Like I've been doing it this this time, but yeah, I feel like this hasn't been like. I feel like if we go back and like make a make a thing for everybody, like see how good they are. I feel like there's gonna be inconsistencies in this.
Yes, that's
Hmm.
what I'm saying because
Mhm. Mhm.
some people you rate overly good in these values.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Some you yeah.
I would consider your Sekiko better than ODX's. So yeah, you're right. Let's even do this at 3.5 for your ECA, but for your Russia, not that good. There's no eco for GLA. I'm gonna just I'm not gonna. GLA is not on void for in that case. As for macro, do you think you struggle making armies? I think you're decent at it, but I'm thinking like, what do you lack at doing exactly?
I mean, I like in getting it flanked, like using multiple armies at a time, but
Mm.
overall making an army, yeah, I can do that.
But I don't think I've seen you end the game early.
Early game endings.
Hmm.
Um,
Like I think like I have
yeah,
to see tier 2 from you at least. See you like you do tiger harassment, but I don't see you like doing any critical damage. Just like scratching.
yeah. I mean, I do get tend to get artillery in and then push.
Yeah. Pushing and ending. I'm gonna leave this as a 3 maybe. Your pushing is good, but I haven't seen you do early game. I'm gonna cut score off that. Is there anything to put you down to 2.5? No, I would say because you play GLA, I think you get a good 3. Cooperating and supporting. All right, I got a complaint, but I'm not gonna impact this on the score. You have a very unique British accent, and I gotta tell you, it took me a while to get used to. Like,
Hmm.
yeah, it did.
Yeah,
Um,
I mean
hmm,
background and stuff. So yeah. Also, I had a stutter. I couldn't speak a few years ago. So
that's fine. I'm not gonna break score off this. You do voice chat, you do message and beacon people. That's good. Is there anybody you avoid playing with, or like are you shy from playing with certain people, or peoples? I guess a lot of people.
Meteor and ODX.
You don't want to play with them. Hmm.
I don't. I mean, I don't want ODX on my teams because he's an early quitter, and Mithy, as you know him.
Hmm. All right, where was I with this? Yeah. So, wrong page. This page. Yeah. Um, I would say that your support is okay, but I don't remember you ever telling me to like let's do this GP together. Let's swoop up and strike this, or I'm pushing. You should push with me. I feel like your communication is usually responsive, not
Yeah, I
like.
mean, if I'm with someone who's better than me, then I tend to rely on their strategies. And if I'm playing with someone who is like a lower level than me, then I tend to tell them
Hmm.
what to do.
Then that's why
Like
I
for
haven't
example,
seen it. Uh.
yeah, and the game was you Rex and me was the you guys, and also there was a game where me and Rex were versus Vitamin RDX. So I told Rex what to do, and I mean we followed exactly what we wanted to do.
All right. So then I think I'm gonna. I feel like putting you on threes constantly is not gonna be a good look on you. I need to find a better idea for this. But as for like I said, if you actually do tell people to push, that's good. But you should communicate with everybody. Like, if you have a plan or a call, you should use it. Um, when you use your GPs, have you ever like supported an ally's GP by I don't know using drugs, frenzy? What's the easy equivalent like a bulldog maybe with their push? Have you done that? I think you did with the bulldogs. I've seen bulldogs sometimes.
Yeah, I do support with Bulldog and Commandos a lot.
Okay, let me put 3.5 on this then.
Darial, he can
Do
put
we have
input some of
download that?
his feedback.
Oh, hello there, Darial. Hello.
Yeah, I need an answer fast. Do we add music or not?
We can.
Sure.
Go ahead. We can add Mizo.
I will.
All right.
In 1 hour.
In
30
1
minutes.
hour. Wow.
Yeah, we do
Um,
some people before.
all right. Well, squeeze him in because the stream is going on right now. We have like what 3, 6, 9. Oh, we have time actually. Yeah.
Yeah, we
So
have time.
Corbin, so I'm gonna give you a 3.5. I feel like I'd give this lower, but because the average is higher than this, I'm gonna give you a 3.5. For game sense, ooh, this one I feel like I'm gonna be harsh with. I have burdened you a lot. I rally pointed, I waypointed a single tank on your supply, and you let it kill your trucks. Um, and you've made mistakes with your pushes. Like you left your artillery on guard mode or something because I had my tanks kill them. I feel like in game sense you have still to improve on, Nick. You still don't have like your mm, like that mastery that I'm craving for. Like for example, I know that Skid knows how many howitzer shells you need to kill a war factory, right? Wait, is
Mhm.
Skid not on this list? Is he on the list?
He is.
He is. All right, all
Yeah.
right. That's good. I just remembered. Yeah, Skid. So wait, what's this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, this is gone. Okay. I feel like your game sense is something that could be improved on, but I don't like where it is right now. For your Russia, you don't seem to know where you're going with it. Like you just get your blob and you move in. You get your upgrades. That's fine, but like
Lacks conscript spam, I think.
and a game plan. Yeah, you lack a game plan sometimes. You just see how things go and roll with it. And a game plan is not always needed, but it feels like something that you should have to a level. If I'm being unfair, you're allowed to defend yourself, but yeah, I'm not gonna give you a good sense on your game sense. I
I
feel
mean,
like,
if you're
hmm.
talking about like knowing what does what, then I mean,
And
I
you're
do
micro
know
too.
and ECA. But if you're talking about like having the control over the game,
Mm-hmm.
then obviously I do lack in some parts of the like flanking always gets me.
Mm-hmm.
Some
Can you stop on
sneaking
the
in
screen? Yeah,
always
stop on the screen.
gets me.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, sorry. Go on, Nick.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Flanking always works against me, and sneaking in also works against me. So yeah, I do need to improve in those
I
areas.
want to say something. I
Mm.
think eco and macro should be down to 3, and pushing and ending should be up to 3.5.
For
I think
Nick.
we should swap too.
Why do you say
Because
that?
Nick, when he has a good spirit, when he has a good day or
Mm-hmm.
something, he's doing good in the game. He actually commits to his pushes, and I see him do some very good early attacks and some very good late attacks. Not early attacks are better than his late attacks. I think early
Hmm.
attacks is specializes in the game as Russia, and especially against USA. I was in with him in one game where we were against Rick's USA and Sam's Russia. It was kind of unbalanced because Rick was not active during that time, and I mean he's still on this, still isn't for like 1 month, and he took one supply and he managed to hold it without my help for like 20 minutes, and he basically won us the game and was doing nothing. I was assembling my army, but we never got to the point of me using it. So yeah, he early rushes very good. He ends also very good, but I think macro and eco is what he lacks in by
That's
half a point.
interesting. I was actually saying that he doesn't end the game early at all, so I was gonna give him it was gonna be 3.5, but I lowered to 3 because actually it's gonna be higher, but I lowered it because
It's
his early game is not good
better.
from what I remember. But that's the opposite of what you're saying. Hmm.
Yeah, well,
It varies.
actually, those depends on the faction I'm playing. ECA, I mean, I don't really use War Factory that often because it's slow production. It doesn't
Mm-hmm.
works well with early pushes. If I'm Russia or GLA, then I do tend to go for the early pushes.
Okay, then I'm gonna be moving. I'm gonna swap it out then. 3.5 on this and
Yeah.
3.0 on this. So I was at Game Sense. I feel like I should give a bad score, but at the same time, I feel like ODX's score should be retroactive. I'm not gonna change it right now. I'm gonna just say that maybe ODX could have used lower points on this. Like I don't know, like we might have given ODX too many
Do we
threes,
say
and maybe
do
he
we
should have.
save the chart of every player that
No,
we
we don't
make?
save that. No, we can go back to the stream and
We
look
can
into it.
just go back in the stream and see it.
Yeah, we can go back in the stream and see it.
Okay. That's a lot of work. But I think we should give Nick a game sense of how many factions does he play. He plays
plays-
Russia, ECA, and
Sometimes GLA.
sometimes GLA. I
I
think
don't think it's GLA
he
that good,
doesn't
but yeah. Hmm.
he doesn't do GLA that much. I think 2.5 is good.
Hmm.
I
feel
want to
like-
say that his
Hmm.
game sense, and I think in ECA as a fellow ECA main, of course, I think he lacks some game sense, but so do I. And I'm not gonna say that he deserves 2 because I would deserve 1 and I get 1.5. So 2.5 it is, I think.
I will just mention one thing. I think the radar map inflation is caused by ODX, and we probably have to go back and give him like he's average. He's almost like full threes. He should probably all 2.5s, maybe. Not as just as an idea right now. I'm not saying like we should do it like exactly like that, but something like that. Like I feel like I think Nick should be above ODX. So
Yes, and say that. Go back to the chart, to the
Mm.
player chart.
Mm.
I think too that Nick should be ahead of ODX,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time, Nick shouldn't be ahead of Luna. How does that work?
You think Nick is a worse player than Luna?
Yeah, actually.
Luna does play only 2 factions properly though. Is like
So does Nick.
Okay. Maybe I could make it Luna Nick ODX.
That's your choice, but I still think
We'll
that
come
Nick
back to that. Okay, we'll come
should
back to
be
that.
behind Luna and ahead of ODX. I should be
Okay.
the last.
Oh,
of
for fuck's
yeah.
sake.
Even though I probably take everyone out in 1v1s with my ECA, but I don't know about Luna. I don't know, but versatility is a very good point, though.
Okay, I have put in the map for Mr. Nick. It looks like a good map, honestly.
Yeah,
And
balanced,
I'm
it's
going to
balanced.
I'm gonna put him. Where's Nick? I'm gonna put him
Mine look like
here right now, but we will come back to see. All right, we need to write a note somewhere. Come back to see.
Did we only rate Nick so far?
Yes,
How long is the stream running?
it's been 33 minutes, but I will tell you that the first 10-15 minutes was just me trying to get things going and getting some hype. That did not happen. Last time we were much more active. Okay, so next is Ofnir, the guy who people keep call the hentai Korea thing, the Korean girls, but I actually call him the Jet guy. I like him. He's like a more player version of Overlord. Yeah, you guys don't know Overlord? Then that's fine. Somebody in the community that just talks about defense and plane stuff. I like him. As for the gameplay, let's see. Ofnir. I've seen him play mostly China. Hello there, CNC. We're continuing with this. I see often we usually play China. I haven't seen him play much else. He does play Russia, I think. But I haven't seen his EC or USA properly. So I'm going to start with versatility with maybe a 2. Let's see. For eco and macro.
I play USA sometimes. Yeah.
Okay, how often would you say it? Or let's give you a quick quiz. Tell me the cheapest and most expensive USA upgrade? Just two examples of them.
Hmm?
Hmm.
Can you
So
repeat the
tell me the
question?
most expensive upgrade you can buy for USA. Just as a quick quiz.
Oh my.
Or tell me the most expensive USA unit. That's too easy, actually.
I think the most expensive US unit is the Nighthawk program. Is it? Yeah, I
Nighthawk.
think
Okay, and the
it's
most expensive
2000.
upgrade? Yeah.
Mm, I cannot. Yeah, I don't remember much.
Nick
What
should
are
be
we rating?
higher than C. Hmm.
Nick
We
higher?
somebody says
Uh,
that. Maybe.
no, think so.
I'm thinking like, I'm open to all kinds of criticism, so yeah. So
Your
let's give him 2.5 then. Um anything else on
Who are
that
we
point?
rating?
Huh?
Who are we rating right now?
We're currently at off near.
Off now, okay.
Yeah. Alright, Ofni for eco and macro. Um I don't think he does constant production on his barracks even.
But he does
And
it well.
does he float though? I need to think about that. I don't think I think he does float mid game.
Thing is, like, did you see the screenshot he once posted where
No.
in all there was a all recruit game and he had the highest eco, like by far.
Was he China?
Guess.
It was Russia.
Hmm. You know what, guys? I'm gonna let you guys continue with this one, Nick and the Darial guys, because I feel like I might not remember Ofnir as well as I think I should. Then, like, you guys are telling me these
I
great things, and I'm accepting of things I don't know. So I'm gonna give Eco and Macro 3.5 then.
I'd say 4 even.
4.
4.
Ooh, that's a big number.
Yeah, I think
Maybe 3.5.
that's
I don't know.
generous.
That's generous, but let's see. Pushing an ending. Is his early game good? And has he ended games early? These are the questions. Okay, Ofnir, have you ever ended any games before tier 2?
I think.
Like your last 10 games, think about them.
Hmm.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Okay. Go ahead.
I well, I did. I think oh no. I mean, I think I had one. I guess. Yeah.
I'm gonna give him a low
So
score of
that's
2 on this then. I don't think he's I think his mid game artillery game was good, but he doesn't strike critical targets. I don't remember him doing that properly. He sends his GPs in the middle, but not like towards, like, let's say, like, he doesn't do something like a B-52 on an airfield and then like go in, like, just to deny the air and then like move in with like no anti-air, like something like that. He doesn't like synchronize his pushes really well.
yeah. I love timing.
Okay, so
Darial
cooperating
said
and
that.
supporting.
Wait a sec. Did we rate him in the versatility?
Yes, we gave him 2.5.
How many factions does he play?
He plays China. He plays Russia. And he says he plays USA sometimes, but I have not seen enough of it.
Okay, I
I
think
posted.
in the recruit category, if the person is still a recruit and he doesn't yet fully control the faction that he plays, we shouldn't give one full score per faction. I think we should bring this down to 2.
Anybody else want to agree to that? Not too often. You don't get to speak on this one.
Correct me if I'm being harsh.
No. If your peers agree with you, then sure.
It seems that my sleeping.
Okay, so for cooperating and supporting, let's go with that. He doesn't voice chat too much. He does chat in game, which is fine. I don't remember him ever turning down a player or a teammate, and I don't see him ever getting
Yeah,
angry
I
at
don't.
somebody. Hmm.
Yeah, he's negative. He doesn't have a mic, and when he does, it's low quality.
I mean,
Like
we're not gonna
now, but
poor shame people.
no, yeah, but that's why he doesn't prefers not to use the microphone, but he is always communicative in the in-game chat.
I mean, your picture looks like a criminal, like a police TV show from the 1990s.
It's supposed to actually. The time
Yeah.
date showed 91. I'm gonna send it to you.
Yeah. So, I think for cooperating with I'm gonna give him a 3. No, or maybe a 2.5. I want to say 3 because like he has a good game, but he doesn't synchronize with his teammates. He doesn't like plan attacks properly, or like I don't see him taking initiative. I feel 2.5 to 3 would be the number. I'm trying to like see which one I lean towards more.
That's just recruit level gameplay that you're talking about right now, and it's expected, honestly.
I'm gonna put 2.5 then. And game sense.
Somewhere,
What? Somewhere what?
somewhere around that, adjacent
I'll
to
give
the
him a
other
3.
ratings.
I'll give him a 3 for this. I feel like he has still place to grow, but he has a good sense now. And if he keeps learning, he could definitely get out of recruit level. Right. And I just feel like he needs to play more games overall.
Hello,
But he
guys.
can do it. Hey, Vigo, no game today.
There is game.
Sorry, we're not playing
Wait,
today.
wait. Please, 5 minutes. I'm smoke, okay? Yes, smoke.
Daryl, can you message him?
По-русски
Дэрил, я иду покурить. Скажи, что покурить это
мы не
надо.
играем, мы не играем. И в этот канал не разговариваем про игры. Что другое делаем? У нас стрим на ютубе.
Ладно, окей. Брюс, please, me, Кингла, окей?
Okay.
Скажи, чтоб меня Брюс в отдельный вот этот касту внес. Кингла, yes.
I love you, Vigo. Okay. King Glove.
Yes, Кингла, окей.
Okay. I love that guy.
Pretty good.
Alright, so for games, I'm going to give him a 3, but I'm going to say this. Ofnir, you are just on the border of this. And I think that by a year's time, if you have like some consistent plays, you will definitely start blooming. And I think you can even surpass Darial if you put in the right effort. Like, he's kind of ahead of you right now. But I feel like you could easily, overtake him. So I think this is the numbers I'm going to go with. Here is the radar chart for this. Alright, so where do we put him though? Where do we put Mr. Off? Where's Offney? There we go. Do I put him ahead of Lebby or behind Darial? That's the question. I'm going to put him in front of Lebby. But he's a recruit, so
No way.
I think this is good. I feel like you're better than Livy, but you're not as fast as Darial yet. But somebody is vouching for you in the chat, saying that you're actually very active. Let's see. Sajad, I'll let you vote on this one. Do you put him on C, last of C, or top of D? I have assistant for rotor that can. Okay, so I think I'll put Afnir here. Like I said, I feel like he just needs more games, and he needs to learn how to synchronize his attacks with his ally and talk with his ally better, like better communication. a bit more early game aggression. Yeah, early game aggression more. Better communication with his teammates, and he needs to yeah, he needs to like get more games for better game sense. All right, we're moving on to Mr. Oleg, Mr. Jobood, Mr. Boobs. Let's see, Mr. Wait, what did I put off again? Yeah, I put on top of D. Okay. So versatility. I know he used to play Russia. Then he switched to China. But did he master these? He didn't master. Just he's okay with them. Like yeah. And then did my cat sneeze? Cause are you sneeze? Are you cold, baby? I'm sorry about that, boys. No, 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 no. You're allowed to be warmer, please. Okay. Let me put a blanket on her. All right. So where was I? He did play 3 facts. I'm gonna put him 3 there, but I feel like he hasn't mastered them. He's currently trying GLA, and when he picks a faction, he tries to finish it, and or he gets bored of it. So gonna start with that 3 on this one. For his eco and macro, I've never seen him boom. Even his China, he never boomed exactly. He was just playing like he gets the map, but he doesn't boom a lot. So and his macro is bad because once you beat him his original like main big battle, you can never expect him to like come back from it. He doesn't really like reinforce his front lines or bring you can't say production line from the base to your base. I'm gonna give it 2.5 on this one. Hmm. What about pushing the ending? What do you guys think about that? Did my VPN die? Boys? Wow.
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear.
Okay, so no other opinions from Mr. Oleg? Alright. For pushing and ending, his GLA is aggressive. His Russia is too defensive. And his China is actually like, above average. So I think this would be a good 3. But I could see the space to put this in 2.5 as well. For cooperating and supporting, this is a hard one for me. Because, like, in English, he does sometimes talk, but he's much more comfortable and native when he has Russian teammates. He does get angry sometimes, but that's to be given. Nothing too extreme. Nothing like Rick or Corpsey when they get angry in the game. Yeah, Rick, you still haven't apologized to Aziz. He's dead, but you're still racist towards him. Let's see. I feel like he doesn't communicate enough. But would I put him, like, looking at the list, right? Like, for communication, I would put him under Darial. But do I put him above the Ofnir, though? Probably. I'm gonna give this one another 3, maybe. His game sense is improving, but, he's more angry at the reality of the game than doing anything about it. Like, this is a guy I actually spent 3 or maybe 3 or 4 3 hours maybe trying to explain why a Gatling tank doesn't kill a Dushka gunner. Like, he's just more angry at the game than, bad at it.
And he doesn't want to improve.
He doesn't think he can. He thinks like, there's like this hard limit. And he can
That's
never get as
just
good as me.
lowball.
Hmm?
That is just lowballing himself.
Yeah. He thinks he can never improve or like, he's too stupid for RTSs.
He gave me a run for my money one time with his GLA. I still blame it on technical difficulties with the new Discord update, but it's still good. As GLA. But he lacks a bit of
Do I even see
pushing.
stream chat sometimes? I'm trying to I have multiple layers, dude, so I'm trying to like, do that. So somebody said shouldn't Ofni appear ahead of advanced learning? I don't know. I mean, I personally can tell you I would rather prefer Ofni in my team than Otto.
Yeah,
And I don't
I
know.
mean,
Hmm.
we are looking at the T faction gameplay. Even if on looking at two faction gameplay, Lebby is better I think. I
Okay,
think
I don't know
the
them from
one.
Libby, so I'll accept that. But okay, we can leave it here. We can leave it here then, if anybody agrees to it. But as
Yeah,
for
he should
learning,
be.
put Rick in D tier. Salute.
Put who?
Sir, yes, sir. Okay, so for game sense, I think this is best sense. Like, he understands the game. There's nothing he doesn't know. He might not know the price of things exactly, but he knows how things function and work. I'm gonna give him a high score for this one. I just think that his morale is bad. Maybe I could reduce cooperating and supporting by half a point there. Yeah, because like I say, once he gets to his self-hating, like spiral, it's hard to get him out. Yeah, he can't keep a cool head sometimes. Okay, that's where I'm gonna leave it as, guys. Any disagreements?
No, that's fine.
So people are discussing, people are currently discussing the D tier right now and C tier. We will get to that. We'll probably come back to this, because I don't think I'm doing a great job. All right, let's go with this one. Open radar chart. Yeah. Wow. The Dutch VPN does not like this website. I could switch to French, but I'm afraid of the French. Let's switch to the French one. Come on, baby. That's gonna take a second then. Okay, where do we put Mr. Oleg then? I think Oleg would do good somewhere in C tier, but I'm not sure if he can. Could Oleg beat Nick? No, no. I'm gonna put Oleg over here. Are you guys still there? By the way, is my VPN dead? Hello? Well,
Yes,
I'm
we
being
are here.
ignored. Wait
Sorry.
1 second.
I
After's
am
better than
actually
Levy. Well,
debating.
what? Hmm?
Sorry, you were saying?
I'm just reading the chat, and somebody says that After is better than Levy. Levy can't do mass production. We had After here a second ago. Now we have him here, so this is contested.
I've played with Ofner like on a very few games. So I mean, if anyone knows him better than me, he's the better suited person to give more opinion about. If you're talking about Oleg,
Hmm.
I haven't played with him since long time.
Mhm.
Last time I played with him, he couldn't beat me. So, and that was at that time I was also not very good at ECA.
Okay, here's my question for that because he doesn't play something else. He only plays one faction on some periods. What faction was he? Was this Russia period, China
Who?
period, or Chile period?
It was
Who?
China period.
Okay. He's on
Who?
Chile period now, but what? Darial, you saying something?
Who?
Oleg.
Oh. Bit of GLA.
As for how is Nick better than you, Mr. Osama, I feel like Nick has better communication skills than you. He's synchronous. He supports his teammates better, and
Better common
more
sense also.
versatility, versatility in terms of factions and tactics. Okay, Mr. Dix, I hope that answered your question.
What? No way.
Go ahead, Bruce.
Alright, so I'm gonna put Oleg where on the list? I put him, I think, behind Nick. Yeah, I put him behind Nick. I feel like if he was active in the game right now, he might have been higher. But right now, I feel like he's there. And especially, wait, actually, that's a question for you guys. I know his Russia was okay at best and just, yeah, okay. Let's just say okay, be nice. His China was better. But like he was like again like these are like his stages of growth. You know what I mean? Like he changes faction, he also grows on top of this. right now he's at his GLA's phase, right? Now, his GLA isn't amazing. It's not like he's not at his China level right now. So do I judge him overall for the 3 phases, or do I judge him for the 2, or just the last one? Like,
Last one.
You do it over the overall performance.
then I could definitely put him like here. Like his GLA isn't that amazing right now.
If only I was as good in other factions as
Bruce, have
in the
you
top.
seen
Okay, you guys are
games?
going on top of each other. Wait. Go ahead, Nick.
Have you seen the games RDX players random? I mean, it's either he dies in the first couple of minutes, or if it's his teammates carry him, then he just sticks to one strategy like China nukes. But for GLA, he always goes for grads. For the USA, I don't know. I've never been able to
His USA is
survive
never been
USA.
good. His USA
Okay,
Yeah.
let's finish this. Go back to the chart. Go back to the chart.
Wait. Let's go back to chart. Yeah.
Niklaus should be no debate on the top of the C. Then it should be followed by Luna.
Really.
Then it should be followed by either Oleg or ODX, and I should be at the bottom as of current standing.
I feel like Oleg would be playing better than Luna, but because he can build jets and doesn't get angry. Really.
Have we seen him play China? And he doesn't even play that much. He never played for like a year.
Yeah.
He comes in several games. No, we don't put him ahead of Luna, but we do put him ahead of ODX.
Okay, but ODX did say he can beat Nick in 1v1s. That does mean something.
I too can beat Nick in 1v1s, but I only can in one faction.
Nick, ODX, how many factions can you beat Nick in? ODX.
With how many factions?
Yeah, how many factions can you beat Nick in? Like, is it consistently between all our factions, or is it just like you beating his ECA? Tell me about that. Let me see. Wait, Russia, East China, ECA, China, Russia. Actually, I win, except ECA versus ECA. Okay, so you both are retarded when it comes to USA and GLA. It seems okay.
Yeah, it's very hard.
Bruce, do you remember one time I shared my replays with? So look, I'm losing to RDX in 1v1. It was after a very long gap of me not playing 1v1. So those were the games he's counting on.
Okay, how about I put Osama one hit check out of ODX then? I mean, with Oleg then, and I think that'll be satisfying for both of you. Is this acceptable, gentlemen? I shared you my replays and you didn't stream it. My friend, if you have shared them on the replay channel, I probably went through them. And if you didn't share them on the replay channel, then I must have forgotten. I'm not saying I ignored them. That's just a lot of stuff messaged me every day. Like, I wake up on Discord, there's like 40 messages sometimes, dude. It's like personal. Is this acceptable for you, gentlemen? Yeah, that's possible. Yeah. Oh yeah, you sent me this one replay. I was gonna. That's in my list. You sent me one replay where you said you did very good, and I was gonna cast that one. I remember that one, but I didn't do it yet. Is this acceptable for you, two gents? Okay, so ODX, I don't think I can put you above Nick right now, but I think this is acceptable for you. You're above Oleg. Is that okay for you? You know what? I'm gonna mute Sam. Just because, like, he's not ever saying something. Alright. What's this? Okay, mod. Alright, whatever. Let them play. Alright. Alright, so I have a question for you guys. Have you guys seen Patrick? Or did anybody send me Patrick's replays?
Patrick.
He didn't upload any?
No,
Huh.
I don't remember any. I remember from what I remember, he still need to learn the game. Let's see.
А с каких пор Frost А-тир? Frost, он же изичный.
What's
What
he
the
saying?
fuck?
He's asking why Corpse is A tier. I mean, he's not A tier.
No, Corpse, no, Frost.
Frost is a great
А-тир.
player. Did you
The
play?
fuck?
Did you play against him?
Okay.
Frost,
Did you
yes.
play against him?
MP3, wow.
Yes, he says he played.
All right.
Бля, с
How was your
каких
games?
пор Frost и MP3?
Oh, he says he's an easy bot.
Frost is easy pot. Wow. When did he play
Tau,
last?
easy bot. Yes, Tau, easy
Well,
bot.
me too.
Of course.
Rex, D tier.
Okay. We were doing something right now, so ask your questions, and then I'm gonna continue with the thing. I'm go with Patrick. We're currently at Patrick right now.
He should be on further learning, I think.
I want to leave him at further learning, but for versatility, I remember him only playing Russia.
No, he plays everything actually.
Does he play?
I mean,
though?
he's still a noob, but yeah,
Like-
he goes random. Like we sometimes play together, and he goes random.
Okay, does he have versatility in tactics then?
I have no idea. I think most of the time he's just trying to survive.
I'm gonna just say versatility is low for him because like I don't see anything new from him. He just plays like he's playing Relic 2, get blob, attack, move, like that's it. I don't remember any jet usage from him. He forgets artillery and anti-air. For eco and macro, does he go beyond the original eco production for Russia? I know he plays Russia. Does he go beyond arms supply, like beyond industrial plant?
I mean, if I tell him, yes. By himself, I don't know, but we usually voice chat, so I always tell him.
That doesn't count, I'm afraid, buddy.
Damn.
Yeah.
I mean, he builds it well.
What?
He builds it well.
Yeah, no, that's how it would work. Okay. Let's see.
Actually, me and him won against Kid and Job on a 2v2. Maybe that will give you some idea, I don't know.
When was this? Was it beyond 6 months ago?
No, like a week ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, you should set a replay with me for later. Okay, I'm gonna push an ending. I don't think I've seen him ever win early game. And I don't think he ever takes initiative. He just follows your tail. You basically carry this guy.
Kind of.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him a low score on this one. Cooperating on supporting, he does voice chat. He doesn't get angry. I don't know. I remember him getting angry. He's a nice,
No, he
charming
doesn't.
fellow. He's always laughing and making fun jokes. But he doesn't synchronize his attacks with any people. He doesn't like cover them and like defend them unless you tell him to. I'm gonna give him like a 2 on this. And for the game sense, I don't want to give him a 1. Let's give him 1.5. He's just further learning. Any objections to this?
No, should be fine.
All right. Let's open the chart then. Where's our chart?
Since are you playing or participating?
1 second. I am just need to play.
It seems that our radar chart is not working today. Why aren't you working today?
Guys who want to play, how often do we make a seriously ranked tier list?
Ты захости, Тау.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Not often.
Я захостил.
Tao, we don't do this
Yes.
often. You should be here.
Like, I would not call it serious.
Okay, there we
Like even this one,
You what?
never. My answer,
You wouldn't call it serious.
yes, because
Well,
why
I'm
would
gonna
would
cut you.
Corpse
I'm
be
gonna
in
cut
B
you there.
tier?
I'm gonna cut you there. I'm gonna cut you there and say that you don't know what you're talking about because this is a lot of effort and seriousness.
Well,
that I'm putting
okay,
in.
it's kind of serious. Okay, it
Kind
is
of.
not as serious
Kind of,
as
yes.
literally deciding people by rank, like it is done in other competitive games. Here, a couple of guys are rating our guys. That's it.
Okay. Would you want
Well,
me to just watch replays and look at the win-loss ratios, or
I
what would
don't want you to do
by
anything.
by that merit, Tao, I would be at the top of the sea, but I'm
But
not, and I'm
but
fine
this
with it.
is most serious thing we have ever done if we're approaching.
Yes, I know that this is the most serious thing, and we play games every evening, so that's why I'm telling you that you should be here instead of, just play a game.
he's being nice? I think the
Whatever,
compliment.
cry about it. Let us play.
I like
Damn.
that. He's trying to be nice with that. I'll take it. Okay, we are at Rex. Yeah. Okay. You know, CNC. I could check your DMs right now, but then everybody will see it. So if it's
Right.
porn,
Well,
tell
it's
me.
just the replay.
Okay.
No, it's the replay.
All right. So then let's go
Okay,
on to Rex.
while we are
Hmm.
waiting for another one question.
Hmm.
How do you rate the cooperating and support aspect
So
for 1v1 guys?
for only one guys. Well, we don't. Like that's where they want. Like, listen.
So what do you put, 1 or 5?
If you
Like 0 or 5?
if you play only 1v1s, which I don't think there's any player like that, then you get a 1 probably. But yeah, I don't think there's anybody who only plays only ones. We have people who only play team games, but you don't have anybody who plays only 1v1s. Is there anybody like that?
Well, I didn't see Markar playing in Rotor team
He
games
plays internally.
or Frost.
And when he does, Frost does play team games. He just doesn't play with like, he doesn't like. That's one of the low. That's why I scored Frost low on the cooperating part. He picks his partners and he doesn't like to interact with the public. Yeah, he gets. Yeah, he's not a patient person. Like, if there's an asshole that tells me, for example, to only do casts and do nothing else, yeah, he wouldn't want. He just block that guy. He wouldn't have patience for people's stupidity. Let's see. So for Rex, versatility, I know he plays
Давай в другой
GLA.
чат.
Alright, see you later. I know he plays versatility. He plays GLA. Does he play other factions though? I think he only plays GLA these days.
Plays Russia a bit, but
I won't give him a 2 then.
yeah, that's fine.
Alright, let me just take care of this. Okay. And then, where were we? We were at... For Eco and Macro, he's a GLA player, so it's hard to rate this. But, does he expand? He does expand. I like that about him. I'm going to give him like a 2.5 to 3. Yeah. But for pushing an ending, he doesn't, as a GLA, he can never threaten me. He never does early game pressure. He's always mid to late game. He doesn't ever do that, which as a GLA is like the worst thing ever. I'm giving him a 1.5 to 2 for this one. Is it 1.5 too low? Like, have you guys ever... This guy mostly plays GLA. His 80% of his games are GLA easily. Have you ever lost to him before you hit tier 1 or tier 2? Oh, yeah, before you hit tier 1 or during tier 1?
No, I lost to him once and to my stupidity. And
tier 2 though.
Give him 2. Yeah. And I want to add that most of the players that begin with GLA, they find it hard to push and harass. It's just something that comes with experience.
Oh, there's an AI
Wow.
man. Hello.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, the relic is king.
Hello.
Darial, did you actually do an image for Mizo?
Good that you made me remember that. I will do it in like 4 minutes. It'll be done.
Okay, good. Hello, Mizo. Alright, so for pushing an ending, I think he's really bad for the early game as a GLA play. Because his pool of games is for GLA, and in my perspective, GLA, 50% should kill you before you hit tier 2. Like, on average. It's an early game faction. Like, just like how Russia usually wins around late game. Usually. Like, not saying it's like a rule, but the factions are more centered towards the opposites. So I think I'm gonna give him a low score, 1.5 for pushing. He needs to learn how to apply proper mid-game pressure with buggies. He needs to learn how to put separate tunnels. He doesn't double his stingers or his Urals. Like his infantry play is okay, good. I like him using demo packs and stuff. He's actually trying to do the most out of that GP, which is great. But his late game just turns into Marauders and Grads, which isn't bad. But I expect more from players if I want to rate him higher.
True.
So
Yeah,
cooperating and
that's fair.
supporting. I don't think I hear him talk before. Did you guys talk to him?
Rex? No,
Yeah,
he talks.
Okay.
he
Does
talks
then I forgot what he
and
sounds
he uses
like then.
the in-game chat.
Mizo, check DMs, please.
Does he cooperate and say, oh, you should go throw a bulldog there, I'll give you my rebel ambush here, or oh, you use drop commandos, here's some drugs for them. Does he cooperate with GP? Does he synchronize attacks, or communicate with oh, I need help here, or we should go here? Do you guys? I don't think he thinks like that.
Nah.
I'll give him a 2 then. His game sense. I mean, today I played a game against him, and it was kind of weird because the guy has micro to put booby traps on everything. I think he even put it 2 times, so 2 of my conscripts died today. But then he sees 8 shock troopers from 2 grizzlies come out and say, "Yeah, my three toxic tractors can take that," and loses everything. I had to push in his game base today, and I was like, "How am I going this far? This should be dead. How am I still here?" So I feel like game sense is a 2, but I feel like his timings are not that good either. Yeah. His overall skill could be better. Game sense is skill in a way, anyways. Any objections to this?
No.
No, not really. Oh, no.
Alright, so last we were at what? We were at Patrick, right? Yeah. Alright, let's wait for this to load. Come on, Netherlands, you can do it. And where do I put Rex? I'm gonna say he's advancing behind Juba, probably.
Yes.
Yes. That's fair.
Okay, and also one more thing. He has the MP sickness of wanting to do something more than that not being the thing that's needed in the game. Yeah, he does it with bomb trucks. The other day, I did one of the games I played against him today. He just spent a lot of bombs, which was it was cool, but I didn't feel threatened by it. I was like, oh, it's a bomb trucks. Okay, here's a dig out for you. He throws it into a dig out. The dig out dies for 400. The bomb truck is more than 400, and I'm like, okay, my tank is there. Go to dig out number 2, buddy. You're not doing anything. He could have put it in my base. He could have done this, that, but no, he didn't. Okay, we are at Mr. Rick. All right, boys, this is another one for you guys. You're not gonna like, but I'm putting Rick on D tier. You're gonna ask me why, right? So first of all,
What the fuck? No, I object.
all right. Do you want to start or should I start?
You start. I'm gonna collect some rocks.
Okay. What's his name? Rick is first of all in our opposite time zone. This makes him either sleepy or tired or most of the time drunk. Okay. He's the angry uncle, the distant uncle that comes every few days, rants at you, says you're a cunt, and then just leaves. Plays a few games and leaves.
Based.
Yeah, so his cooperating and supporting, he does talk, but he's not good at it. His game sense is good, but he used to be better. He used to be much more active as well, but over the years in his life, he has more responsibilities, and also he's doing some cool stuff right now for the team, but doesn't really translate into games. Yeah, he's trying to make things work sometimes. That doesn't really know what the game needs. His macro and eco is bad. He's playing very defensively because he's playing too much PvE games. Okay, you can see it in his gameplay. Does the internal stream show that to you guys, or I don't think Mel we barely send like 20% of our internal games though, like maybe 40% of them. Yeah, let's say we send like what 20? Let's say 35% of the internal games actually get to stream. Yeah, and like he plays very defensively. His pushing and ending has suffered a lot for this. So his versatility is his strongest faction though. Right now, he could probably play every faction internally. He can't play GLA right now, I think, really well. But for HB, he can't play a good ECA. No, he can, but like, how do I put it? You won't kill him, but like, you're not gonna see him even attack you properly before rank 3. So I'm gonna trash him down to D tier, boys. Top of D, or maybe the bottom of C. Like the thing is that ideally.
Wait, so are we just gonna ignore the radar chart?
Oh yeah, we could wait. Oh wait, this is not finished. Sorry, it's not his. Wait.
I wouldn't put him that low, actually. Come on, he's still has very good fundamentals. He way better than a lot of other players.
Okay.
Yes,
I will
sure.
give you some. I will give you evidence, and that will make you agree to me. Okay. Oh, did the stream close? Okay, 1 second. Here, look at the screenshot. Okay, and tell me you disagree with me.
Can you send it here in the voiceless?
No, it's something internal, like something he did the other day in a game.
And see, I wanna watch your game.
Can you send it to me?
No.
Damnation.
Yeah. Mizo, what do you think?
Okay, I understand.
Yeah. He sucks. Anyways, let me go back. So yeah, I'm putting Rick at D tier. I know he could be better, but the time and effort he puts into it, alongside how inconsistently he plays with PvP players. He plays a lot with AI. Okay, he's probably Mizo's lapdog at this point. Maybe that's why Mizo's trying to defend him.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's
one of the few who managed to beat hard during the first iteration.
Fellas, people call me egotistical, but I'll tell you 100%, I cannot beat Mizo's AI. I've never been a good PvE player. Like, the only time I beat his AI is when I either spam lots of helicopters, lots of infantry, or that's it. Like, I don't really beat him like tanks and artillery. Or it takes too long. Like, it takes like 30 minutes to at least get going, build defenses, and eco, and I don't like to do that. Yeah. So I'm going to put Rick in D tier. If he was less drunk, more consistent, and as fatigued, he'll probably be higher on this list. He deserves it. Let me put him on D tier. I'll hear your objections now if you'd like, fellas. If not,
well, I am more fine with it now that you've put it that way. I'm more fine with it, but still, my internal feelings are a bit disagreeing with you, to say the least. Because he's still very much a pro, and I've still seen him do early rushes, do very good attacks. He knows the game inside out.
But does he perform that well? Like,
I'm not fine with this. Okay. I think he should be, if you're saying it this way, that he's worse than me, but yet I still struggle to win against him, he should be at the bottom of the C, at least.
Okay, we can move him there then. We can move him there.
Good.
It's not too big of a leap.
Wait. Why is MP this low, by the way?
MP, look, listen, advancing further ahead, these two are not connected to this one exactly. Okay, like for example, Juba is here because he knows the generals at 0 hour, but he doesn't know rotor. If he actually knew the game better and interacted with it more, he could definitely be on B or A, or he could definitely be in a higher tier. But he's not. He lacks knowledge, and MP is like that too. He hasn't played in a while, and he could get brushed up, or he knows the game. Like, this is kind of like, the people who are either getting better from being bad, or it's like...
I would not put MP on the same level as a person who's coming from 0 hour, because MP knows the mod. He knows like the units, he knows the cons, he knows the strats.
Yeah, an MP hasn't played a proper SP game in 6 months, and that's like my range here right now. Like
Okay, fair enough.
at his peak, yeah, Mr. Harrier, sure. At your peak, you're Mr. Iron Diet, but like I can't really, give you, for example, like you would probably be B tier or A tier in your peak, maybe, right? But I can't do that to you right now.
No, it wouldn't be fair.
Yeah, right now I don't think so. All right, so
Though to be fair, Calvin and I has a relatively decent ratio, but that's internal. So
mhm.
it's like
Both internal counts. That's why I gave Cal a good score. He's good internally. Let's see. Rick should be in C. Well, sure. Then Mr. Tao, I put him in C. I thought D would be better, but C is okay. All right. Is the radar chart of his ready? Yes, it is. Okay. Where was I? The next one. Roger. Did I see Roger's games? I did on stream. And I need to just sit down and think about them. And I would think about them by going to the bathroom. So, be right back. Yep. You guys talk about it in the meantime.
Okay.
CNC. Click
I'm
on.
busy.
so. What's the idea of this ranking system that you came up with, Dario?
Idea? What do you mean by idea?
Like what gave you the idea? Like how long have you been working on this?
How long? We wanted to do this like a month ago, but we didn't take this seriously. But then we took this seriously, and it took like 5 days to assemble everything, and yeah. As
So
you see, it's kind of serious.
so how's it going to be? Like, what's the application of this server down the line?
Wait a second. I'm gonna increase your volume. Can you speak up? Mizo, I couldn't hear.
So, what's the application of this like in the future? Like, is this related to
Application?
something bigger, which is like a
No.
ranking system in Discord, or is it just a skill assessment, a serious skill assessment?
The application, it doesn't really have an application. It's just a project that we do. It doesn't bring anything meaningful in the gaming, in the PvP, but it's not like, oh, you're in this level, you're only gonna play with these persons, and you're only gonna be placed with these persons in the team game, because if we get a 3v3, it's a good thing. And 41 players that I made pictures of don't really play that much. Yeah, it has no real life applications. It just is there to, see who's
Okay.
how in what factions. It's just
So
that we wanted Bruce to rate us. We told him to, and we included
it's,
everyone who ever played.
so it's just a tier list with the skill radar.
Yeah, skill radar. Yeah.
Okay. Good.
CNC keyboard.
Hey boys,
What's up?
on the
Hello.
ceiling.
I'm back.
No, I got the dad joke.
Hello there. Okay, so what do you guys talk about Roger? What do you guys talk about him? What do you guys think about Roger?
Literally nothing.
Really?
Eh,
I did
hmm
not make the list by watching old replays. I asked for everybody's gameplay from the last 6 months and or 5 replays from
He
last year.
sent. He sent. He plays the games, but not that much, and not against many people.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't played against him.
I haven't
Oh, is this
played yet.
Rick? Oh, Roger.
Okay, I am
You know
going
the funny
to
thing?
hmm.
Because we're not gonna believe this. We placed Rick on top of the D tier, but we honeypotted Bruce to place him in the bottom of the sea.
Yeah.
Speechless. I know.
I think I saw. I'm
Jesus.
gonna just double check for this. I remember I looked at Roger. He was just USA's against one guy, and he made lots of like the same mistakes each time. He was like an early PV player. Let me just get the game going. This is Rex's game. This is Roger. Yeah. I remember. Yeah, this guy. He only played one faction. His eco was bad. He never expanded. I'm gonna give 1.5 for this. He wasn't really aggressive. He was very passive and like reactive to the enemy. He never like pushed himself. So maybe give him like a 1.5 to 1. I'm gonna give him 1 for this. Who's that guy with the horn? I can maybe close my door and window. Can you guys hear that? And the horn outside?
No. We heard it once.
Okay. Cooperating and supporting. Okay, one more horn. I'm gonna go close the window.
I think you have to close the window.
Okay.
Yeah, you should.
1 second. Okay, so where was I? Cooperating support. He's not very communicative, even outside the game or in the game either. So I'm not gonna give him a good score for this one too. And for game sense, yeah, I mean, the choice he made in his base placement is just a very new RTS player. Give him a 2 on this one. And I think that's where I'm gonna leave Mr. Roger at. I will say that Mr. Roger deserves to be somewhere in the further learning, probably between Bob and Patrick, because I know Patrick can play. Roger might be worse than Bob. I'm not sure. Like Bob is such an anomaly because he's only one replay for him. So yeah, could then probably I'll probably leave him here then.
Next to special one, Sijat, please.
No, Sajad, yeah, definitely D tier. I'm joking. No, we'll get to Sajad properly. We'll talk about him.
Wait, why is Luna on C?
Where would you put him?
I would put him at least bottom of B.
Really?
But he's better
Maximum?
than Calvin.
We've never seen Calvin play that much.
Damn, I just had a crazy game.
I hope it was good.
Crazy hamburger. Crazy hamburger.
Holy shit.
Alright, so for Sajad.
I had to carry. Oh, yeah, right.
Go on,
I had to
go
go
on.
away. No, it's fine. You guys continue.
Bob is better than Roger? Okay. Thank you for that, Mr. Massar. Yeah. Oh, by the way, Mr. There, did you get the Miso file? Oh, you did. Wonderful. All right, I'm gonna just not show you this part of the how the thing works.
Guys, he's gatekeeping. Dox him.
Doxing me have to challenge. Alright, from your device, yes. Alright, I had Mizo. Alright, thank you very much for that, Darial. And we
No
will
problem.
continue now. Oh, by the way, I can show you that that thing with Rick. Or no. No, I shouldn't show you that.
Finally. Lol.
By the way.
Alright, so is my stream up? No? Is the VPN lagging? Hmm. Do you see the mistake he did?
CNC,
Such a baby mistake.
CNC, are you in the right VC?
Why can't I be here?
Oh, no problem. I just thought it was a mistake.
Darial, did you see his mistake?
Did I see what?
His
Okay, wait a
mistake?
second.
Yeah,
Let me read.
Don't read it out loud at least. His mistake though.
Who's support aircraft armor?
That's me.
Who's PvE Andy over here?
That's fucking Rick.
Okay.
Anyways, back to the thing. Back to the thing. Where are we? Where are we?
I see.
Yeah, amateur mistake. I don't accept.
You should have
stuff
said
like
it. You should have typed it out in capital D.
Mm-hmm.
Even
Anyways,
better.
so for Sajad, I think his Versi is very good. I think that I've seen him play with every faction to a level of confidence.
Yes,
That's
yes,
very good.
yes. He's very balanced in every faction that he plays.
Mm-hmm.
But his worst is USA, from what I know.
Yes. I think I'm giving him a 3.5
Yes.
for that reason.
I think USA is very technical, even harder than ECA. I think.
EC is much more map dependent. That's where difficulty comes in. Otherwise, yeah. For Eco and Macro, it's not a strong suit, but he's competent in it. I might give him a 3 maybe. Pushing and ending is his weak spot, I think. I think I've never seen him end the game early. Can anybody say
I
that?
can't say much.
Can anybody say that Sajad has ended games early?
No.
Okay.
I do.
He has
He
ended
did
games early, really.
a lot with me.
Okay, then tell me this. Your last 10 games,
Yes.
which one has he ended before tier 2? Out of your last 10 games.
You're talking with me?
Yes,
Last
yes,
10
yes,
games where I saw him
Yeah.
end the game before
Ended for
late
tier
game.
2. Before tier 2. Yeah.
The only ones that I have him with him is evenly, even with me and him, and we ended around ring 4. The team games are also very late game oriented, so maybe it's not his problem. Maybe I don't have that information.
Okay,
Probably I don't
as
have that
for ending
information. I'm
then,
gonna withhold my opinion.
he ended CNC at GLA versus China. Really? Okay. That has been noted. But was it before tier 2?
Maybe CNC had a bad day, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
it's
feel like a
possible.
Maybe he
lot of
was
these
drunk.
things are just bad days because someone could just do something really stupid. Like, if just because you make one stupid play, it shouldn't dictate your entire score.
I'm more focusing on the recenter games rather than, one bad game. Because I'm trying to get more recent games and memories involved than anything else.
Yeah, but you also just said in the voice list, well, he ended CNC as GLA versus China, and then you said noted.
I mean, it's just something to consider if this is true. his East CGL is so good that he could beat CSC China before tier 2
Yeah, but
matches.
like we don't know like any context about this specific game.
Yeah, OCX should tell us more about that then. He used Demo Truck. That's a good point for versatility, as much as I hate that unit, but that's not for pushing an ending. What about ending games? Has he like no? Has he actually done like GP strikes or attacks to like cripple the foe? Like not winning the game. That's not winning. Just like like dozer sniping or like tech sniping or killing somebody's war factory in the right time so you could like deny production, stuff like that. Where would you put this pushing ending? I want to put him at 3 for pushing an ending, but where would you guys put him?
3 is good.
Anybody?
Sajad is
Okay.
here, no? Oh no, he's not here.
Okay, so let's ask Mr. ODX, where would you put his pushing then?
Okay, baby.
Lucky guy. 4. Really? Okay, I'll give him a 3.5 because I can't hear anybody else vouch for you. If there was somebody else to agree with that, I would put a 4. Cooperating and supporting. I know that he's on voice chat. He's not easy to anger. He does tell what the foe is going to do. He does cooperate. This is a strong suit of his. I know that. So, Ooh, I hear lots of good words. You know what? Let's make this a 4 then. Let's make this his strongest suit. He's somebody who cooperates. I know that he talks about like combos. I think I had a game with him, was it, where I just used Frenzy on his like GLA strikes, his arrow ambushes and insurrections. Like I think that it was him. It was him. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
I think it was him. As for game sense, I think he's a good player overall. So I'm gonna throw between 3 and 4. Do you guys he deserves a 4 for game sense? Do you think he's like understanding of the game, its mechanics? Does he make good choices?
Yeah, he does good choices. Game sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Game sense.
I'm hearing a
Game
lot of
sense
people
4.
giving me. Wait 1 second. Did ODX get? Okay, check last stream. I do not remember ODX's full score, and remember these scores are just impressions. Cause like I'm sure if we put them up together like in the right numbers, it's gonna be mixed up further. So I'm gonna just say these are just impressions. The scores are
Yeah,
not
the tier list
perfect.
be very different. Very different, Bruce.
So for game sense, people say 4. Then wow, then this man might be A or a B tier. Open radar charts. Wait, no, what did I close that? No.
You closed it.
I closed No.
Closed it.
Okay. Can we save it, boys? Can we save it, boys? Oh no. Oh no. I have to redo it. No.
Damn.
I think your game sense dropped by 1, so we're gonna put you at D tier now.
Okay, I have to do the whole list again, boys. Okay, let me screenshot this.
No issue.
Wait, let me screenshot this, and you know what, Darial, can you like read this for me when I redo it?
Okay.
Okay, but I have to.
Tell me when you start. Tell me when you start redoing it.
I have to make a new one. Give me a second. One second. 7 rows. It's marker A, B, C, D. Advancing. What was it? Advancing what level?
Further advancing. No. Further learning and advancing.
Advancing and further learning. Okay.
No, wait a second. The bottom was further learning and then was advancing ahead.
Okay, sorry. Ahead. Okay. All right, wait, from my device. Yes, please. All right, let's put these, and then we're gonna put the next ones from the.
Yeah, did you send the screenshot?
Oh, for the thing? Yeah, I do, but I gotta find of players product. Yeah, product. Okay. Okay. Here is the screenshot. All right. Thank you for being my right hand during the whole thing. Okay, so
There's no
let
screenshot.
me.
Oh, there is a screenshot. Okay.
1 second. Hide labels. Okay, so the top is Mr. Marakar, right? Now give me
Yes.
A. It's like Frost.
First, Frost CNC
Mm.
MP3.
Wait, CNC.
MP3.
MP3. Okay.
Then
Next
B.
B.
Corpse T.
Wait,
Calvin.
wait. I can't find Corpsey. And there's 2 Darials. Wait, which Darial is the right one?
Wait
Okay.
a second. What? Can you stream?
All right, I will give you. I'll show it to you in a second. Okay. Wait a second. It's Corpse T.
Corpse T. Then is Calvin. Then is Mitya.
Mitya. Okay.
Then it's Admiral at the bottom.
Who? Admiral.
Admiral. Lagmiral.
Okay. Number C.
Niklas.
1 second. Niklas. Yes.
Luna.
Luna. Okay.
Osama.
1 second. Yes.
Oleg. Then it's image/1. That's me, I think.
Oh, wait. Which one of you did I even? What's the
The
second
one with the higher, the bigger logo. You should use
Oh,
it.
the bigger logo. Yeah. Got it. Okay, I'll delete the next one. Okay, keep going.
Then was Rick at the bottom of the seat here.
Okay, keep going.
Then D tier, starting with Ofnia.
Mm-hmm.
Followed by Lebi. Followed by Addo.
1 second, we find Otto. Yes.
Finished by Henkel.
Found him. Okay.
Coming down to advancing ahead, starting with Juba.
All right, good.
Followed by Rex.
Rex. We got Rex, yeah.
Followed by M, and I don't know who M is, like
is
M
MP.
capital.
It's MP. Go on.
MP. Followed by Batrek.
Batreg. There he is. Okay.
Followed by and finished by MSR.
Okay, MSR. Okay. Next.
Further learning. Navid.
There we go. Yeah.
Snowflake. Mao. Aldi.
1 second. Yes.
Flamer.
Yeah.
Patrick. Bob. And Roger.
Okay, that's where we're at?
Yeah, and we were raking Sajad.
Yeah, we were raking Sajad. Okay. What are they laughing at?
Let me double check. Wait, Bruce, can you stream though?
No. I will be streaming it in just a second. I was not finishing it.
What is CSC doing?
Okay, I think I got the list going. Okay. The way this works is, Okay, now it works. Alright, you guys should be able to see the list now.
We don't. You're not streaming.
Oh, this stream. Yeah, I put it on the other stream. Sure. Here you guys go.
I'll be there in 20 seconds.
Okay, so this grocery was up too. So then this is gonna be Sajad. Yeah, did I calculate Sajad though? No, I did not calculate. Yes. Put radar list. Yeah. So where's Sajad? Oh, there he is. Where do we put Mr. Sajad? I want to put him at bottom of B tier maybe, or like even ahead of. Actually, I would put him ahead of B tier. Yeah. What do you guys think?
Sajad ahead of who? Wait a second.
Ahead of Mitya.
Ahead of Mitya Sajad.
Mm-hmm.
Probably because of his. What was the first ranking? Versatility.
Versatility as well, yeah. So this is where I'm at, boys. This is where the list is at. Any disagreements? I think
No.
Sajad has a well-deserved ranking here.
Yeah.
Who's Hole Popper? Strange. New guy.
He pops holes.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Next is Mizo. Now, Mizo is a early addition, like a late addition to the list, so I will say it's been a while since
Last edition.
Uh-huh. So I will say that I don't think this will be a proper ranking for him because it's been too long, and I don't remember. But for versatility, he can play Russia and ECA. And I saw him learning USA. I'm going to give him like 2 or 2.5. His ECA is legendary when it was at his time, but I don't see enough of him these days. So, yeah, that is that. What else? Eco and macro. He does expand, but his macro in production is slower than it used to be. I'll give this a 3 maybe. 2.5 would be too much. Yeah, 3. Pushing an ending. He used to be a very aggressive player with ECA. But the dig out change kind of ruined him. But he always tried to do pressure and damage. He was never like passive. So this might be a 3.5. Am I just copying Sajal at this point? Almost. Let's see. For cooperating and supporting, he does communicate. He is good at this, but I'm not going to give him as good as Sajad, so it's going to be 3.5. He doesn't synchronize with his teammate and doesn't talk tactics and do plays properly. He does talk, he does communicate. It's hard to get him salty. It does happen. I see him get salty, but that's just because of my shenanigans. As Nick would say, what was the saying that Nick said? I don't want to deal with your devil's tactics anymore or something. What was that saying? I remember it was a fun saying he said about me. Oh well. Nick, what was it? Your devil's trick?
Your random BSs win you the games.
Okay. Alright, so yeah, and for game sense, his games is probably his lowest point. He doesn't he plays too much PvE. He doesn't play the game enough. He's busy with
Wow,
stuff as well.
The AI developer plays too much PvP.
No, PvE. No, he. Okay, fine. That does sound funny when you say it out loud like that. That is a good point. But he used to be much more active in the games before, and now he's just using games as an excuse so he can get more players against the bot testing. So, in a team, he can definitely hold the front line, but he's very vulnerable to flanking attacks or infiltration. I feel like this would be good enough for him now, but I will say that I miss the old Mizo because the Mr. Old Iron diets still traumatizes me. This was a guy that made me dance my tomahawks like belly dancers and still killed them because he had so many howitzers and claymores. He would have such a good aggressive front line that by the time your first tomahawk was out, there's probably 2 howitzers to greet it. But that was then, and as much as my nostalgia is sweet, it's not current. So, where are we putting Mizo? I want to say advancing ahead would be the nicest thing I could do for him. But yeah. He's so out of the game like MP that putting him on the list properly would be an injustice because I know that he could probably beat the C tiers. But that's just with their one faction, right? But if
yeah,
I'm gonna put him here. I think this is nice enough for me.
Wait, how many factions does Mizo play? Did play?
3.
Or
2 or
which
3.
one?
I say 2. ECA, Russia, and sometimes USA and China to a point where it's just half a faction, 2.5 to 3.
Okay, and MP?
MP played two factions, but he played them much better, like in versatility sense, like in what he did with them.
Hmm.
I think when they dueled, MP won more often though. So I'm gonna leave it here. These two could be swapped. I'm gonna put MP ahead. This is just a russet machine that needs a bit of care and love, and after that, I feel like it could be a real monster, but we're not there. All right, next on the list, Depp, Mr. Depp. He is my friend. I like this boy. But where do I put this guy? So he played GLA mostly. I don't see him playing most of the. I don't see him playing it too much these days. But he plays mostly GLA. He over relies on zero tactics too much, which is a problem for him. So let's just go with versatility. I feel he could play every faction. Huh?
I didn't say anything.
I would like to say it. Okay. I think he could play every faction. But we give him like a 3 or 3.5 for this. Let's say
Wait,
3.
how many factions does he play?
I think he can play random. He mostly plays GLA when he picks, but he can play China and GLA easily. But he does random, so I'm gonna give him like a 3 here because he doesn't do a lot of versatile tactics with them. Yeah, like randoming is not actually versatility per se, unless you can like give it a good amount of like thought and gameplay into it. Or and if you only play, I'm not gonna give like somebody higher score than you, Darial, if he just randoms and plays worse than you. Like being able to play the faction is what versatility is. It's not clicking on the random button. For eco and macro, he does expand, but it's sometimes late. He does do it. It's not great, and his macro is always lacking. That's one of the things he needs to work on. His macro is bad. He only attacks like per wave. He never like gives you continuous pressure. So I'm gonna drop him down 2.5. Pushing and ending. This one is strong suits. He can push. He can try to end the game early, especially because of GLA play, but it's China as well. He does harass you. He's like a ZH player more in this mindset. We have a 3 in this. Cooperating and supporting. He has a mic, but he doesn't communicate that well. By the way, guys, I don't have to say it. If you have anything to contest these, you can just say it.
I don't have much to say, but I want to say that his micro, the last game, the Maginot Line game.
Oh.
Yeah, his micro was lacking, I think. No, which is micro? Pushing and ending?
No,
I think
game sense.
Game sense. Oh, yeah.
Making good choices,
Okay.
game sense. Making right calls. Understanding the game. So cooperating supporting, I'm gonna give him like a 2.5. I don't think I've seen him properly communicate with him. He can't talk, he just doesn't. And he doesn't synchronize attacks with his teammates. Yeah. He's not somebody you would want on your team because like you're not gonna properly interact with him. It's gonna be like 2 different 1v1s with him rather than having a team game.
Yeah. And coming out of the game sense, he makes some bad choices, but sometimes he's MVP, but sometimes he has bad micro. There was one game where he just didn't get which is the better toxin as GLA, gamma or beta? Gamma. It has to be gamma.
Beta's better.
Yeah.
Alpha.
Wait a second. Which is the upgrade?
Green is the alpha, blue is the upgrade beta.
Wow, so he didn't have the good toxin, let me put it that way, for the entire game.
Oh,
so
wow.
that was a bad choice.
I'm leaving at 2 then.
Yeah. You said it on the stream, you casted it, I think.
Well, that was very smart of me. Good job, past Bruce. Alright, so as for where I'm going to put him on the tier list. I'm going to put him here or here. Yeah, here is good. Like, he needs more games. I would put him in advancing ahead if I didn't know if he played games. But right now, like, these players advancing ahead are either recruits or they're old players or advanced players that just don't know the game enough. And he is somebody who doesn't play Rise of Reds enough, but enough that I know. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it at this one then. At D. Yeah. Alright, let's check the next on the list. It's Mr. CCTV. Okay, guys, I'll be honest. This was 5 videos they gave to me, and I have not been able to watch them. So this one's at your
Darial,
mercy.
What?
Akuma is back.
Okay.
So, did you guys watch the replays of CCTV?
I didn't. But there are people like Nick, MSR, Sajad that have watched him, that have played with him. I really can't speak about this.
Gentlemen, please speak about it. Otherwise, I'm gonna just delete him from the list. It's unfair to him, I know, but I have not done my homework. So if you guys played with him, tell me now, or he's gone.
Maybe leave it. Maybe leave it if some
He
people
doesn't.
join in.
He doesn't play enough, right? So we just leave that for learning then. And he's not bad. Let's say.
No, wait a
here
second.
then.
Leave it. Leave him at the bottom of the to-do people because there are some people
Okay.
who know how
Okay.
he plays.
Okay, for skits.
Hello, guys.
Hello, is that Sajad? Sajad,
Yeah,
let
it's
me
me.
tell you something. People love you, buddy.
Oh, wow.
You are
How
probably
much
the
do
most.
you love?
People love you more than I expected. Like, besides people who defended Corpsey, you're the second highest people who said Bruce. This guy's great.
Okay, this is good to hear, I guess.
Yeah.
So actually, Bruce, I want to tell you some
Hmm.
things about the rating.
Hmm.
So, can you show me the lists,
Sure.
please? Yes. So we have Ofnir. He is a recruit, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
And the recruit should be in advancing ahead or further learning.
I mean, some people can get out of that, barrier if they want
I mean,
to.
you are getting him out of the recruit. You should actually really remove the recruit from him because he's really good now. I think he should be
I could
graduate.
do that. I could see if he's ready to graduate. Yeah.
Yeah, he is. Bruce, look. We played like 3v3 yesterday or like
Mm-hmm.
2 days ago. So basically, the second guy after me in the score list, he was Ofnir, and basically he carried all of his allies alone.
Damn.
I was like the only non-recruit player. I know my allies are the worst recruits around, but still.
Cincy, go.
So
Vigo.
when
Okay.
I played against him and I faced him, basically I didn't feel I was facing a recruit. He was like spamming China non-stop with economy and everything.
Great.
Who are we
That's not a
talking
recruit.
about?
Here.
Sajad,
Yeah.
who are we talking about?
Ofnir.
Yeah.
Ofnir varies.
Yeah, you should remove the recruit from him, I think.
Okay, I'll have to test him, but yeah, we can do that. Yeah. I should tell you there's no real like requirement of being anything here besides being Marker. Okay.
Okay, yeah, of
All
course.
right. Maybe I could put one more person or two more people in Marker, but that's it. Yeah. Anyways.
I see. Okay, I have
Ofnir
another.
could be removed by Ofnir. Yeah, go ahead. I'm listening.
Okay. So MSR is actually better than Batrag. Okay.
He is, yes. Why is he there?
I mean, he should be higher than Batrag because Batrag's still lacking, and a lot of time
I
he.
don't know. I don't remember putting
I mean,
right. Maybe I put him even like
yeah.
here right now.
Yeah,
because these
yeah,
two players don't
it's
play
even
that
better.
much.
Yeah, it's even better. Because this guy actually helped me a lot in one of the 2v2 games you casted. Like 2 of them, he was doing really good, pushing Navid in the Corpsey game, and he was really helping me in the Vitamin and Nicholas game.
I will say MSR is completely a blind spot. I was not fully aware that he was behind Batrick.
Yeah.
I'm very sorry for the MSR. Nothing personal, man. Like these two players are not that active in public, so I will not put them higher than this. And I don't know how rusty and active they are, so MSR is a good place. But I know that if these two beasts away, you guys are toast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That's
Is there
my
anything
rating.
else?
What is wrong with ODX1?
ODX thinks that he's better than Nick. I don't know about that.
No, I don't think that. I'm sorry, ODX, but
he isn't.
You are not. You are not. Nicholas, when he plays ECA, is crazy. He's really good on ECA.
Nick wouldn't send a nuke can with single Gatling tank to defend it.
Yeah, he won't do that. Of course.
Alright, so we're at skit. So first of all, Skit
Okay.
is the angry old man, the one that gets the howitzer like a shotgun and says, "Get off my lawn." But as for activity, he plays on internal sometimes, but I think these days he plays even more public because there's not a lot of stuff going on right now in internal. But that's just us taking a break. For multiplayer, he's a decent ECA. I don't remember him playing other. He plays USA sometimes, but not that good. I would say ECA most, but Russia and mm, I know he plays USA against Mizo, but like, does that count? No.
It should be
I'm gonna give
counting.
him 2.5 to 3.
I don't know.
Gonna give him low versatility. He doesn't have like a lot of versatility with ECA either. Actually, even 2 might be too
Yeah, just
mean,
defensive ECA.
but he doesn't play a lot of aggressive ECA either. So,
Yeah. Okay.
is 2 too mean? Maybe I'm gonna do it. Eco and
I think 2
macro.
is good.
Eco and macro. His macro is not that good, but his eco can be good late game, and he does expand and defend that point. So we give him a 2 point half on. Oh, am I just copying things? God, I'm gonna delete everything so I don't get affected by numbers somehow. Subconsciously, maybe I am.
Yes.
Okay, so pushing and ending. This is his worst part, I think. This is his worst aspect. He's kind of like CNC, but not a smart ass way. Where you'll have a 50-minute game where you're like, just kill me already, and that'll probably happen by like a manticore or like a blob of tigers. Like, yeah, he's not somebody to like.
2.5, so or maybe 2.
I want to say maybe 2.5. Otherwise, he's gonna be very low in the average, and he's gonna say, "Bruce, I
Yeah.
can eat these people." Cooperating and supporting. So he's a guy who defends himself with the public because he finds some people annoying. Hellion man, Hellion man. He can cooperate, but he doesn't react too much. He's too chill. But when he loses morale, it really affects his gameplay now. So he might just not play second game afterwards. If he gets if you do a good move on him, he'd be like, damn. And he'd just be like, okay, that's enough for me for today. Like for me, if you do a cool move, I'd be like, nice shot. I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna fuck you next game.
Yeah.
So cooperating, supporting, it's very situational because if it's with people, no, I should give it a low score because like I said, on Frost and P3 and other people, like I gave a low score on this because they weren't chill with everybody and willing to play with everybody. Having a low, pool of players you team up with is not a good thing in this list. All right, you're not allowed to have boyfriends and husbands. So yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna say that I'm gonna put this as maybe a 3. And his game sense is also a 3, as in like he used to be way better, but right now he just treats this game like Plants vs Zombies.
Okay.
Yeah, he's just playing
Wow.
defense. He's relaxed in his base. He's cozying up. He isn't he'll just react to what you're doing, but he won't push you too much.
He's a defensive ECA,
He's
so of
maybe
course.
too defensive in his mindset too,
Yeah. Yeah, too defensive. Yeah.
Maybe I'll put this as a 2, maybe because he doesn't push. Yeah. I think this one I'm gonna end skits. Any objections, let me know because you guys do play with him, and I think my cat wants to come inside, so I'll open the door. Come here, kitty.
Okay.
Anybody who disagrees, let me know.
I don't disagree actually because that's it basically.
Calculate, yes, and make the radar chart. Ooh, are you cold, baby? Come here. Come here. Ooh,
You have a kitten?
I have a cat. All right, the thing will load. So
Good to
where
know.
do I put Skit? I want to say I want to put him on bottom of C tier, but he could beat Darial though, and he could definitely out frustrate Oleg.
Who?
Maybe here is good.
Who?
Skit.
I mean, Bruce, are you sure he's better than Rick?
Right now, Yeah.
Yes, I don't really know. I mean, Rick is playing random. Skit is only ECA,
Yeah.
so you should consider
Rick was
this.
at D tier. I might still put him on D. Like he's
Oh wow, is it really that bad?
yeah, I
Okay,
there's actually this one thing that I have some things I can't show to you guys, but he has made a very amateur mistake, and we still laugh at him for it, or we still make jokes about it.
understandable.
Okay,
Maybe he was very drunk.
maybe, maybe. All right, for Spectre. All right, so
Oh boy.
Zero.
Okay, don't say that. I'm not gonna say it. You're not supposed to say it either, okay? I'm just gonna
The last and further
Of
learning.
course.
Yeah, keep happy.
Okay, for
Yeah.
Mr. Spectre, where's Spectre? For Mr. Spectre, versatility, I've
Bro.
only seen him play ECA. I think I want to give him a 1.5. Anybody else seen him do anything else?
No, I never saw
I
him.
saw him play Russia, but
Does he played out like how many games did you
yeah,
see though? Out of 10,
just
last 10.
to be honest, I have only played with him twice,
Hmm.
and
I played with him once, so let's just give him 1.5. Eco and macro,
yeah,
he
yeah,
doesn't expand,
he doesn't.
and I don't see a lot of
He
macro
doesn't
from
even
him.
have the
Hmm.
second supply to keep.
Ooh, that's a one.
He
I am
didn't
not
even
accepting
build.
that.
Yeah,
That's a big no. If you can't go to your second supply, no sir. Pushing an ending. If there's a zero to
I have
use, I
never
would
seen
put him
him
on
push.
zero.
To be honest,
If there's a time to use a zero, this would be it. But there is not, so I will not be using it. But I'll tell you this way: I had a game where he was very Swiss. Yeah, he didn't want to hurt anybody. Not Swiss, Belgium. Yeah. He didn't want to hurt anybody. He was such a nice man. He just drew a line in the ground and said, "Don't come here." And you know what? That's what happened. Nobody came and nobody bothered him. He bothered nobody. It's a rare thing to win or lose a game without hurting anybody. But this man, he believed in love, he believed in friendship. He should be the General Secretary of the United Nations. God bless him. All right. But sadly, that's not good for a game of generals. It's not, United Nations simulator. Cooperating and supporting, I didn't see anything good for this one. He didn't communicate really well in the game, and I didn't even see him. Okay, I'll ask more. Did you guys see anything about this? Like, did you guys see him do anything about this?
Spectre, you mean?
Yeah, cooperating and supporting. Anything for that?
Man, and we never even see this player a lot.
Mm.
I mean, we saw him
Okay.
for 1 week and he just disappeared.
As for game sense, because of the pushing and ending being a low score, I think I want to give him a low score here too. I'm gonna give him 1.5 just to be nice. But that one game I played with him may have skewed my impressions of him too much. But because nobody else can give me anything to doubt it, I'm gonna leave it here. As for his position, I'm gonna put him somewhere in further learning around here. Right, because Patrick does know basically the game, he might need to be led around to do this, do that. But Spectre, I feel, lacks the basics. And for that reason, I'm going to leave him here next to Bob and Raj, close to those two. Alright.
So we have Striker. Yes.
Striker's next, yes. Alright,
Yeah,
let's go on ahead with Striker. So Striker plays Russia. He plays... Does he play USA? Does he play ECA?
Yeah, he does.
Yes. Yeah, he play random also.
I know, but playing random and picking random and playing random are different things.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
You guys four
and
or
he is good at team game.
Okay, so firstly, would I give him a 4 or a 3.5 though? 3.5 maybe.
3.5 is good, yeah.
Eco and macro. I don't think I ever seen him do proper eco. He does expand.
He does.
No, wait, no. He actually likes expanding. No, wait, actually like expanding. He even said it to me himself. I
Hmm.
saw him multiple times, like when doing the balance thing. He was like struggling with expanding.
Okay.
Then he was actually training on his expansion, so you can say he's better now with moving on the map. Yeah.
So for his late game macro, I never seen him get like rally points to the front line and give like a production line into the enemy base. The macro's not that good. The late game eco's not that good either. I think this might be a 2.5.
Wait,
Hmm.
wait. I'm gonna just argue a little.
Go ahead.
So when we were playing 1v1, I was like ECA was China. So what he was doing is playing and basically China, but he was actually spamming eco in this game we played. So he can't actually do eco on. I mean, he was really doing a lot of eco,
Hmm.
like even trucks, internet trucks on full internet center. That's for China. I don't really know for other faction, but he should be 3. He's really good
Okay,
on
3 then.
eco and
Pushing
expansion.
and
But for macro,
ending. Go on. Yeah. For eco macro, you think it's better? I think his macro is bad, but for eco and expanding, I'll give him a 3 then.
yeah, yeah.
So for pushing and ending, oh, let's see. His GP strikes don't seem like I don't get why he does them sometimes. Why he drops GP at places.
Yeah.
And for pushing,
Something go wrong. He's actually good pusher. Actually, sometimes he do a really good attacks against me.
Anybody else can verify this? Anybody else can vouch for him?
I don't really know, but I was playing with him recently a lot of 1v1s, so I saw him really doing a lot of good attacks.
I'm gonna say
Sometimes I lost because of my attacks.
I'm gonna say 2.5 then. It's
Yeah, I
not
think this
working.
is
Oh,
maybe fair.
okay.
Maybe fair.
Cooperating and supporting. He doesn't cooperate with GPs and communicate really well. Aside from saying "I love you, Bruce," he doesn't talk when he's in trouble either. He thinks he can fix it. I don't think this is a good strong suit of him. I don't think cooperating supporting is not a good strong suit of his.
He is good, but not the best. Yeah, he's just
2 then or
okay. You can
2.5, boys.
2.5. I think should be
Ooh.
fair for.
Okay, Mr. Saja
Maybe
is
2.
upgrading every single score I give, so somebody please tell me 2 or 2.5. I think
No, no,
Sajad
no, no.
is like,
Maybe 2.
inflating him.
Maybe 2. No, 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 no,
Oh, look, he's
man.
saving his ass, boys. Come on.
I played with him. I played with him like a lot of games, so I think he's good.
Game sense, I feel like I could be harsher on this. Like I think there's things to criticize, but I think that he understands things, but he's vulnerable to them. Like he's still vulnerable to infiltration and getting out of caught in position or something. He's still having problems with these, so maybe 3 is maybe too much. But like he
2?
is learning. No, 2.5 would be good for him. He's
Okay,
closer to
2.5.
ODX than I want to admit. Yeah.
I think he sometimes do stuff better than ODX.
Yeah, sometimes he does, but
Maybe,
like
maybe,
consistency.
sometimes. Yeah, yeah, of course.
So where do I put him? Where do I put him? Would he beat Darial and Oleg? No, I think here might be good. I'd be
Yeah,
too
here's
mean
good.
to Mare Darial. But then again, he has more versatility than Darial, so.
Who?
Darial, your versatility is getting killed.
Who?
Striker.
Striker plays around, yeah.
Yeah, versatility is my weak spot.
Okay. So Tao said put me less than ODX, so I'm just gonna put him here and move on. Alright?
This should be fair.
I think I'm gonna put myself last as well because it's gonna be like a fun community, the community thing to hear you guys complain. Move myself as last too. Anyway, so Tao. General Tao. Okay. Versatility. I see him play everything, but I'm afraid when he randoms USA, like USA's not good. I think I'm gonna put him as a 3 as a start for versatility. But what do you guys think?
Who's that?
Just how?
Yeah, 3 is good. No, actually, 3.5.
Fair, yeah. 3 is fair.
3.5.
3.5. Okay, somebody else? Give me a third one. 3 or 3.5?
3.5.
I think 3 is good.
Okay, see, we have these two opinions. Anybody has a third one, we'll come and vouch. Otherwise, we'll put them at 3. Like, when I ask you guys, I don't count my own vote, and I wait for you. And if there is, like, If there's nobody else talking, I'm gonna count my vote. So please. Wow.
Everyone's dead.
That is a
Wow.
hard. That guy, he couldn't handle that. The guy did not believe in democracy. I don't even know which one left though. So
I mean, these guys can just send in Discord. Oh wow,
wow.
everyone's
Yeah,
wow.
Tao was very controversial, guys. 2 people left. Okay, then I said 3. There's a 3.5. You said 3. So nobody else talking. So I'm gonna count my vote. 2-1. It's 3. Eco and macro. I feel this is a good spot. He's good at this. I might start him
Yeah.
from 3.5. I might even go up to 4. His eco is good, and he does play defensively. Like when he's playing defensively, he's really good at holding the positions and expanding as well. Like he's not lacking there. Pushing and ending. Pushing and ending though.
So for pushing, I think he is good, but
Politely, I only
ending.
see it carried by people, so I can't really make a good,
Yeah.
idea for what this is.
That's the thing.
I'm saying 2.5 on this, but I'm open to any other feedback because in my head, he's always, that bird on top of a turtle or something. Like he's always he's like following or being like, supporting somebody else. He's not that good at pushing
Yo,
himself,
let's
I
go.
think.
Sorry, Darial, let's go separate worship.
What? Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna put pushing and ending. He's not that good at pushing from what I can see. Cooperating and supporting, he has a boyfriend, right? That's a point breaker for me. And he does speak 2 languages. That's gonna be something to give him a point as well. That can maybe negate each other, but speaking 2 languages is an advantage. Okay.
He does communicate languages and stuff, so I think he's got some points there. He can communicate well.
Yeah.
And he tells you what he tells you what he wants and what he wants you to do.
So yeah, I guess that's an extra point for me. He does communicate. He does say, but does he synchronize with? Yeah, he does synchronize with his allies. Push actually, he does it. He does say like, oh, I'm gonna do this, or like, let's do this, or like, he's doing this. He does say that. He does tell you when he needs help. He doesn't use beacons too much, but I'm not gonna break score from that. He does communicate overall. 3.5 boys, or is that a 4?
This should be
I
fair.
think it's 4.
All right, so
Maybe 4, yeah.
Okay,
Maybe
4.
4, yeah.
Yeah, he's a good teammate to have. Anybody else? Okay, I will state this again though, because he has a boyfriend, and I do not like people who always have a boyfriend. I do not support this. I do not like it. I don't tolerate it. Okay. And if anybody asks me why, I had the best boyfriend years ago, and people broke me up with him. He had another boyfriend afterwards. They broke them up too, and then he had another boyfriend, and that guy died. All right.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I think Ilya and me were unbeatable, so we got broken up. Then it was like Ilya and Exadis, then Ilya and Dell, and Ilya and Disease. Yeah. And yeah, now Ilya and Dell are still playing together. They're still having a great time. I talked to them about Broken Air the other day. Apparently, they hate that game now, which is weird because they got me into it. But yeah, in this community, if you only have one same partner all the time and you avoid others, that's not a good sign. And if you will never face your partner and would rather do anything else but have your team split, that's going to be taking a point away from me. So I'll put this. If this was a scale of 10, rather than 8, I would put him on a 7. Okay? But because it's 1 to 5, I'm okay with 4. But I should be breaking down 3.5 for the boyfriend, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to say this, like, I'm being nice, but I don't tolerate that stuff. I don't like it.
Bruce, do you want to hear something funny? Someone just asked me if Tao is gay or something.
Is Tao
because you're
gay?
saying his boyfriend.
Okay,
You're
so
saying
let me explain this way. Boyfriend as in like having a partner that you always play with and refusing to
like
play with
teammate.
somebody else or refusing to play against them. Having a stacked team like this is not nice. Okay, I could bring Frost over to Humpatch, and I did for like 2 weeks because he didn't know Humpatch enough. And after that, nobody wants to play with us. And I get it.
No. Oh,
Okay,
wow.
and
Ah, now I understand.
after those 2 weeks, me and him faced each other on Hump Patch on different teams, and we're okay with that. Okay, but I know some people here who would rather play a 2 versus 5 rather than break up their team, and that's just ridiculous. All right,
Yes, it is.
I don't like that kind of stuff. Oh, guys, we should put me and Ilya and everybody else on the other team. It's gonna be a fun game. Trust me, yeah. Fuck off. All right, so game sense.
Okay.
This is where I think I might be too mean to him in game sense. I don't think he has a good game sense. He doesn't respond to things fast enough sometimes. He doesn't react to things enough. Yeah, and he doesn't know how to counter some things. Like against a GLA, he would never do double barracks. For example, I never seen him do double barracks. Or like I never seen him use multiple airfields in a game. He did do multiple war factory, but never airfield and war factory. He doesn't get soup weapons often, which is something that I could blame for a lot of people in this. But for somebody who gets a 4, I'm gonna be a bit more critical for him. And his hero play could be better, but that's about it. I think he does build heavy anti-air. Like, does he build enough? Like, if you can pair your heavy anti-air, it's good enough for me. If you only build one per side, it's not good enough for me. Just to make it clear. Because, a jet can fly over one anti-air and be fine, but 2 is dead. So, game sense, I want to start with a 2, but I'm willing to hear anything else.
Okay. Do you want my thoughts?
Of course, everybody's thoughts are open.
So,
This stream would be 15 minutes long. I'd just be like, A, B, 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 A, C, C, and just finish it. Of course, go ahead.
okay, so I don't really know how to rate this guy. So, from the games I played with him, considering the only 1v1s one,
Mm-hmm.
uh, for game sense, I think 2 or maybe 2.5 is fair for him. Yeah.
I will say that just like cooperating supporting is more leaning towards team games. I would put game sense more on solo 1v1s. He doesn't do 1v1s, so maybe 2 is the right thing. I'm gonna hear anybody else.
I think he is a team games player, not much of a 1v1
Yeah, well, this is an
player.
overall thing, though.
Yeah.
Or otherwise, Frost doesn't do a lot of team games right now, but he plays. Or Calvin, well, he plays mostly duels too. Yeah.
I
Okay.
think Tao is fair, but where are you going to put him on the list now?
That's a good question. We'll
That-
find out when we
that's,
check out.
that's the most important thing.
Yeah, that's more important than radar chart. Radar chart's more like, our feelings about it.
Yeah.
This is where we put Tao. So, let's see. I would prefer him over Tao, but not ODX. I would love to put him here just to piss him off.
Of course, yeah.
If I put him here, though, I think it'd be kind of fair because I would prefer Skit overall, but and Skit does do duels as well.
Man, Skid doesn't play even.
Okay. I don't agree with the skit being above Tao at this point.
Yeah.
I don't agree on this.
He should be with Rick.
Skit is like only one. Not like this man.
You mean
Okay.
Skit should be near Rick?
Yeah, Skid with Rick.
I can't see. I can't put Skit lower than. I
But
can't put him lower than Striker.
you're rating based on team games, not 1v1.
No, I'm doing for everything. I'm not doing
Everything.
this. I'm not doing this for one. I'm not doing this for win and losses. That's the only thing I'm not doing it on. If I did win losses, I would put Corpsey higher. I would probably put Skit lower. Rick would be lower. Yeah, like if I did wins and losses, then yeah, like it would be much different of a list. MP3 would be higher probably. He'd probably be top of heat.
Bruce, we have like a issue over here where Skit is only one faction player, and like Oleg, Striker, and Osama, all of them play other factions.
Okay, but for the other aspects, so for game sense and for actually no, Skit doesn't cooperate either. Okay, you know what? I might be sold on this, but I think this is fair. Maybe I could put him here, but I think this is good. Oh, for Tao though,
Tao, yeah.
Can I
focus
just
on Tao.
please find me an excuse to put him here? Just to make him right.
No,
Just to
no,
make it true, please. Find
no.
somebody, please. I beg of you. Find an excuse to put him here. Because he said like, oh, Bruce gonna make it. Let's put me under ODX, please. Let's make him right. Let's not disappoint the man.
Yeah,
Anybody?
of course. That's
No.
something.
Okay.
He. Oh, no. I have something. He throws the game. He throws the game.
Okay. Okay. Anybody else? Give me
Yeah.
one more person to agree with that. I'm gonna put him under ODX, please.
No, okay, just keep him there. I think maybe.
Wait.
Why
Can
not?
I take Darial from the chat and just tell him, Darial, quick, say Tal sucks. No. All right. You know what? I'm gonna put it this way. I could put these three. I could mix these three players honestly on their positioning, and I think I'll be okay with it. But ODX is playing more random these days, so I'm gonna put him over Skit. Tao doesn't play 1v1s. Oh, yeah. Yeah, ODX does play 1v1s. We did it, boys! We did it! We did it!
That's a reason. Yes.
Okay, we did it! We saved democracy. But chat will know I tried. I tried to put him under ODX. Okay, but like I said, these three could definitely be swapped around depending on what kind of criteria you're looking into. Alright? And I will say the same thing for the A ranks. These three could also be swapped around depending on the criteria you're looking into. Easily. Like these three and these
Can
three.
you reconsider Corpse Team, man?
We'll get to that. I feel like that should be a thing to discuss around at some point, but...
Please, man, that is not fair. You are putting him next to me. Corpse Team is way better than me, man.
There's Calvin between you two.
Not, yeah, I'm not considering Calvin because I never actually saw him playing with us or something like this.
Alright, so... who are we at? We are at
least
Vigo. Vigo said best GLA. Clearly Marakar. Let's move on. Alright, so let's check. Let's go to Vigo now. Let's see. Vigo, versatility. I want to give him a 1 on this. Or maybe 1.5. I've never seen this man play outside of GLA.
1.5, 1.5.
Okay.
I saw him sometimes on Random Faction, but only for one game, one single game for Russia or something else. I don't really remember.
I will ask Mr. Sajad, could you go to the chats and check how close they are to end the game? I would like to hear from Tao about Vigo. Okay, go check on him.
Sure. Okay.
So, Eco and Macro, he does play GLA, so he can't go into the Eco part, but he is aggressive, he does expand, he does take the map, so he's not passive on that. I could give him an easy 3 on Eco and Macro.
And he don't play only with GLA, I guess.
Really?
He don't play with other factions.
He only plays with GLA. I know, he only plays with GLA. Yeah. That's why he has versatility as a low score. His versatility is low.
Yeah, okay.
Let's see. Pushing and ending, this is a high point for him. I could easily give him a 4 for this, or a 4. I could give him a very high score for this. 4 or 4.5, I could easily give this to him. Hello.
Okay.
Hello.
So I'm back. So I just asked Tao for Vigo. He's not like Russia. He actually plays ECA a little, as he said.
But in the last 10 games, I don't think he played Russia, ECA or Russia.
And I never saw an ECA, so I don't really know.
Me neither. Like
so, yeah, 1.5 is that?
Or
maybe 1.
Are they close ending the game though? Because I want to like pull Tao in here.
They are in the game. They are in the game.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm hearing a lot of game sound.
Okay, so for pushing and ending, I feel like I should give a very high score for pushing and ending. This is his best spot. He has a very good pushing and ending. Yeah, he's very good at early game. He can end the game very easily. He does squeeze you in. He does take advantage of the map. He's very good at this. 4 might be good for him. Do I hear 3.5 or 4.5? Oh no, was it Vigo?
No, I don't have a replay.
Please don't remind me of this, because years ago, There's this one cursed replay. This was before any patch, I think. Wait. Whoop. Whoop.
What was
This is
wrong
sound
with
in
the
my.
replay? Bruce, you're
Let me
dying.
I'm sorry about that. Okay, yeah, no, my phone just ringing. Okay, so
Okay.
this is a replay that I hated. It's not really related to this ranking at all. But like, I think it was Vigo and Vitamin. Yeah, they played on Nuclear Winter. It was a I don't know. I think it was at least 1.5 hours long. My hard drive filled up twice from it. And the last 35 minutes was a single radar tower with stealth on it, the observation mode of it. That's why they're not stealth. That's like one of the two reasons they're not stealth in Hump Patch. One of the two reasons. And that game just didn't. I just think I tried to cast it 3 times. I failed. At the end, I just did like a 50 minutes one. I said, whatever happens in the end, this Vigo had only like one structure left. And, he's going to find eventually, maybe. So I just didn't finish it. I just hate. Oh my god. Russia, Vigo, Vitamin just brought that trauma from me. God. Oh, it's
I
like
mean,
5 years ago, maybe, but it's still in my head. Oh.
how can you forget the observation? I mean, the outpost thing is stealth.
It's a
Okay.
building. Yeah, it was used to be stealthed. So anyway,
Yeah, I
so
know.
pushing an ending, I'm gonna give him 4 for this.
Should be good, yeah. Should be
But
good.
for cooperating and supporting, I think 2 might be a
2.
point because he
2.
doesn't
He
speak
doesn't.
English.
Yeah, it doesn't. Which actually really bad a lot.
His
Trust me,
English.
I got Bruce, just hear me. I got like a team game where I was put with Vigo and Vitamin. I was in the voice chat with them. They are speaking all the Russians. How can I tell them I'm getting I was like beaconing, yelling at the chat, please help. No one was responding. They
Okay.
are really
Yeah.
focusing in there.
He has his boyfriend who
So
speaks Russian. If he's with Russian players, he's probably higher on this. But because our community is generally an English speaking community, I'm gonna give him a low
yeah,
score on this. If this was made in the Russian speaking community, I would probably get a higher score on this. This will completely be a language bias. And
I-
unlike, like,
oh,
I mentioned this for me, like, I'm gonna give myself a good cooperating score for this. I'm gonna make a point for myself because I actually try to like use Google Translate during my games for Russian or Arabic if I need to. I even did Chinese. I actually learned Chinese on the side so I can, kind of do it. But he doesn't do that either. He's just trying to win the game. So this might be unfair, but yeah, I'm gonna give him a 2 or 2.5. Let's. I feel very bad for doing this because, like I said, he's not he's not that unresponsive. He's just language barrier.
yes.
Okay, I'm gonna put him as 2 here, but if there's anybody who's speaking Russian, he deserves a 4. All right, probably. For game sense, he has very good game sense. But 3.5 to 4. Do I have anybody else say 4? I could agree with 4 as well, but anybody else?
I mean, I think I'm the only one who has left for you.
Yeah,
The
everybody else
others
is
are
quiet
dead.
about it or playing the
Yeah.
game right now. Why are they on that
Mm.
channel? Well, okay, I guess the game's more interesting. That's fair. I'm gonna give him 3.5. He could deserve a 4. What?
3.5 is fair, I think.
Yeah, he could deserve a 4 maybe, but I didn't hear a lot of arguments for it. I wish they could. I wish they came here and represented their opinions better. But let's go to the list now.
Yeah. I don't really.
I want to put him somewhere in B. Maybe here because I know he can eat you, Sajad, and only one. He did play a decent. He didn't win 3-1. Like 3 games, he did probably. I think he didn't win against Margano. He lost 3-0, but he was ahead in one of the game. Is a Gile Mirdo. He's better than
Sure.
Mitya. What?
He is better than Mitya.
Mitya
don't
does
really
have
know.
more versatility though. What? I should have what?
I don't really know about Vigo being above me, or maybe.
No, I'm not. I'm thinking about it. That's why I'm talking out loud.
I see.
He does play. He does lose on versatility. He does duel more, but maybe Maybe this would be better then. Because Mita does have more versatility than him too. Um,
I don't really know. I don't
What?
even
Tao
understand what.
is in level C. I didn't see this. I think Tao should be above Luna and me.
Are you sure,
Tao doesn't do
Nicholas?
dueling. First of all, his versatility is okay, but he has a work. He has a boyfriend and what's its name?
I mean, you can't take points off on a
Nicholas,
tier list based upon boyfriends and girlfriends.
Yes, I can. Like I said, like I want supporting people who are like only
And
playing
then
with one
take her
partner.
higher off of your list of being a fat guy.
Yeah, you could.
I
Yeah, but
feel
no,
like there are more people in the. Oh, you rated Vigo already.
I'm not sure about Viga. We're in Viga right now. I feel like if the game was just team games and he could only play GLA, he would be A tier. But the game's beyond that, and he doesn't.
It's just so funny to me that I can beat every one person who's ahead of me in C tier except maybe Luna and Skit. Yet I'm in the bottom second.
because only one
Yeah,
faction.
versatility is a very important aspect.
In versus tactics too, I want to see more Manticore and Pandora from you in the future, Darial.
Because I don't have that macro yet, I'm not CNC.
You'll get to there. You'll get there.
I mean, even if you put Tao below because it doesn't deal, I mean, he's way above ODX.
Just actually reconsidering this, actually,
Yeah,
Tao
what
is
the fuck
really
do you,
way better.
Okay, you guys
Bruce?
are all talking right now, one at a time, please.
Can I speak?
Go ahead. Let's start with Darial, then we'll go with Sajad, then Nick. Okay. So let's go ahead.
Did you
Darial.
put Tao behind ODX on purpose?
I tried to put him there. I struggled, but we found the reason to put him there. Yeah.
No 1v1.
Put him behind?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna call him.
Oh.
See what?
Okay,
It's
go
gonna
ahead,
be awkward.
Sajad. You go ahead, Sajad. Yeah.
Okay, so for Tao and Mitya and Vigo, I'm gonna speak for the three of them. Can I?
Go ahead.
Okay, so for Tao, I think yeah, he should be above Osama, but yeah, he should be above Osama because he do much better stuff. And Osama just like to die somehow, just like to die for some reason. He can't really hold himself.
Okay.
That's an issue for Osama. I mean, Tao can hold himself for a moment and give a fight.
Okay. I remember
Yeah.
the reason why we picked Osama or Tao was the team game part.
1v1.
The 1v1 part. We
Yeah.
did it because he didn't communicate. No, his communication was good, but what was it that was? He didn't do enough versatility as ODX, which was surprising to say, but kind of true. And what was the other one? There's one more reason. Oh yeah, the boyfriend. Yeah, those are the three reasons why I cut points off him.
On the dueling front, I mean, even if you put ODX versus Tao now on 1v1, Tao can easily beat ODX in random factions. So
Really?
I mean, I remember playing
Yeah, he
Tao
can.
in a tournament, and he clearly beat me. So
Gentlemen,
I mean,
1 second. I'm sure the tournament is great, but like, I'm trying to look for the last 6 months to at least the last 10 games. Like, that's my range. Okay.
Okay, why do we put Tao behind ODX?
I
The
said the three
1v1.
reasons. No 1v1s. Okay. He has a designated boyfriend for all of his games, and he's less versatility in ODX. Those are the three reasons.
He doesn't have less versatility.
Yeah, it doesn't have less.
Tell me the factions that Osama
He
plays.
plays random right now.
Good.
Oh,
He plays around.
He does random,
he
but
can't play USA, but he can play an, let's say, average to below average ECA, a good GLA, and let's say above good China.
and
what about Russia? He doesn't
Russia,
play
he doesn't
USA
play
and Russia.
He doesn't play USA,
Yeah.
but what Russia? I don't. Yeah. What you
I've
guys
seen
tell
him
me?
Yeah,
play
but
very good.
He's good at Russia.
Tao is more competent in every faction than
No.
ODX is, and
I
yes,
cannot say it. His Tao's USA is so bad. I'm afraid when he's on my team with USA.
Tao's USA.
Tao's
man.
USA is so okay, but his Russia is good.
China is good, it's Russia is
and
good.
every other faction is
Like,
good except
yeah.
USA. USA is the hardest to defeat.
Okay, boys, how about do this then? We're at like 2 people left. I'm gonna count that CNC TV when I go at my turn. I'm gonna be
Don't
deleting
bother.
CNC TV, and we'll discuss this again. Okay, because I know there's lots of things when people want to discuss. I'm open to it at all times.
You
All
know
right.
that my ECA is good. You know, the one of the best in the entire, maybe one of the best. I'm not gonna be so cocky, but I played against Tao's main faction, which is China, and he was like insane, and it was very hard win.
Was it a
You know the
1v1?
game.
Yeah, 1v1.
It was a 1v1. Yes,
Where
it
did
was a
this
base
happen?
swap several times. It
Oh
it
yeah, I
happened.
remember
I
that
have.
replay. You showed me
Yeah.
that replay. Yeah. Did I cast
It's
that?
one of the best. What?
Did I cast that? I think I did. I
No, you didn't cast
Okay.
that.
No, you didn't.
You didn't cast many replays, but I get it. You have some stuff, but Tao is insanely good. Tao's China is even good than ODX's. Tao's Russia is even good.
Didn't he lose that game because he didn't build any anti-air and he just came with tigers or something in GPs?
What? No, he
Didn't
built
he-
anti-air. I
didn't he
just
kill him?
microed my helicopters beyond control, beyond reason. I mean,
He didn't have MiGs in that game and he had gas following your tigers. But okay.
we
Alright.
didn't have money and time for mix. We swapped bases 3 times. You don't have time for
Okay.
airfields.
Yeah. So even if you mentioned Tao has better, like variety of range and tactics, he's still lacking on the two other departments against ODX. So,
Which are
designated teammates and boyfriend.
okay. Who?
or
Vigo?
dueling. Vigo.
No, that doesn't mean anything, bro. That
Well,
doesn't mean anything. Frost has a
imagine
designated
ODX like.
boyfriend. Frost has a
I
designated
actually
boyfriend too.
don't know. It's so
You.
obvious. I don't even want to say.
Then don't.
It doesn't mean that
See, once he's
Frost is bad.
Like you press Osama and he waves.
Osama's only
I'm gonna,
criticism is that he
I'm
just
gonna
says-
go and face. I'm gonna go so far and say that Frost is even worse than Coulsby, and he even has a designated boyfriend, and he should be B, and not A, and Coulsby should be A and not B.
Wow.
So same way with Tao. Yes.
No, Corpsey has a way worse win-loss ratio against me than Frost. Frost's only downsides is probably his designated teammate. You can say that, and his lack of communication with a lot of people. Yeah, and also he.
You know,
can't-
Osama doesn't communicate as well as Tao does, and how many times Osama
Oh, no,
just
Tao has a high
stupidly
score.
quits.
This is high score is on his communication. He has 4 on it, dude. And I can even see that 4.5 is one of the best ones. Yeah, he's a virtual guy on that. Like that's.
Yes,
fully-
I know.
like, on the
And do you agree with me that Tao's main faction is better than Osama's main faction?
China against China?
Yes.
I would win 100%.
Oh yeah, I would also say Tao would
90%.
win.
90%.
Well, because he doesn't do 1v1s as much as Osama, that doesn't matter. So, let's move on to
That's
my-
not an argument.
So wrong.
Look, we are.
Your
we
entire
are,
opinion
we
of this
are,
tier list
we
is
are-
Bruce, can I
so
ask
wrong.
you something?
Okay,
Bruce,
go ahead, ask it.
can you add Rise Hat to the tier list?
Who?
Rise Hat.
Oh,
your friend.
Mr. Cell, of course, anytime. But
I'm about as good as Batrag, I think.
I don't have your picture, Darial. If you'd like to add him, I
You don't
can,
play
but
much.
Yeah, I don't think like you. I could honestly, I'll just add you to further learning or advanced. Like, yeah, you were better 10 years ago, man.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, I remember this guy was great 10 years ago. Okay, like I
Yeah,
remember.
Rome
he had
was-
a
I think
lot-
Rome was
everyone
so
else
good
got
2
better,
centuries
and I
ago, 2
stayed the
millenniums
same.
ago.
I think that's what happened.
I remember Cell from a long time ago. I miss him, man. You had that what was that happy Chinese guy you had on your forums, the happy Chinese, the Premier China. What was his name? Chairman Zhao? God, it's been so
I don't
long.
remember. I just looked up a random Chinese politician.
A random Chinese guy just on Google.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, but anyways, if Daryl wants to put the image, I can definitely put him, but don't expect anything amazing because I don't think you do more than 10 games a month right now. So I think I'll put you between further learning.
I don't need to be on this. I feel like I don't play enough. I feel like I'm about as good as Batrag, so
You know, many people on this list don't play enough.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, if you want to add the image, if you want to do with Darial, I'm okay with that. All right.
2 minutes.
All right, fine. I don't mind it as long as he's doing the work. Darial's been a
What's
great
your
help.
what name do you want?
Cell. We'll do the Cell. The Rice Hat, I feel like people would think it's racist or something, even though that's his name. I don't know,
Bro,
man.
How can
he's
it be
literally
racist?
Asian.
I'm myself.
He's a
Just put
yeah.
any anime girl.
Yeah, he's
Any cute anime girl in the picture.
He's a CBC. I know it won't be racist in a context, but still. I don't know. Okay, go ahead. Do Rice Hat.
Check
Go
the
ahead,
voice
Rice Hat.
list.
Yeah. I don't mind. As for the list, guys, it goes between mowing ones and dueling. Yeah, it does both of them. Do we have ODX? Oh, that's the old one. Oh, well, as much as I want to say, wow, political image. Oh, Admiral literally is a Hamas wallpaper.
Ain't no way you're gonna say Rice Hat is racist, but you're adding this image.
Yeah.
Ain't no way.
Admiral is literally a Hamas wallpaper. And Mitch, I think, is some. I don't remember this. I knew this one was. This is Guns N' Roses, wasn't it? But like, he used to have like this neo-Nazi group before. So like, I have no problem. And then again, Mao is literally the ideology that killed the most amount of people, more than a Nazi. So, yeah, do what you want, guys.
Rice Hat. Check the voice list. Check the pings.
This great man in modern times.
I see your pings.
I will say okay.
Check the DM.
That is my profile picture. Yes, from Apothecary Diaries.
What name do you want? Cell? SAL?
Cell is CELL. I don't mind either way. Bruce just knows me as the Cell as my old name.
Yeah.
Cell with 2 L's.
I'm fine either one. I'm
Wait,
fine
I
either
remember
one.
your first name now. I don't remember you telling me, but now I remember it. God, it's been so long. Okay, so yeah, no. When we want to decide, guys, the next time on the list, we can do another list in what, a year maybe? Is a year too much? I think a year is fine, and I think that this list will be very different in a year.
I still disagree with my B position.
And I've noted
Same
that.
here.
Yes, I've noted that.
Everyone disagree, bro.
Everyone disagrees with it.
Okay.
Everyone.
But okay.
Disagree.
Yeah. Anything new to add to the conversation, guys? All right. Let's go to
I love
Vitamin.
shawarma.
And let me tell you guys something. I love Vitamin. He is probably the backbone of the community after me. I love this man. All right.
We love him.
I love him. He's the nicest guy. He doesn't get anything on his head. He does get angry in games, but it's like it doesn't affect him overall. Like, it's just like in-game salt, and that's it. Then he'll be like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I get you said something bad. I had a bad day."
Russian
He's the nicest guy. Okay, like just
Yeah,
because
he's
he can get
nice.
angry, he's there. And one more thing, I remember I said, "Hey, dude, everybody's sending me replays of you dying. Do you have any replays to send? Like, because like you're not a bad player, And he's like, "Nah, man, I don't mind it." And I'm like, "Yeah, you're the king." So I'm gonna just say there, Vitamin is the king. All right. He's somebody to look behind. Like, say, I wish everybody was like Vitamin. First me, but if there's not gonna be like me, be like Vitamin. All right, so let's go ahead with the list now. Vitamin.
Be like me. Damn.
I think
The
Vitamin
self-love.
should be the owner.
Wait, what are we doing?
Versatility for Vitamin. Ooh.
1.5.
Ooh. Like
Yeah,
0.
1.5.
If Vigo
Maybe
gets
one,
1.5, so should Vitamin. Simple.
yes.
Maybe one actually. Russia, we actually because of same
He can
gameplay.
play China
we
also.
were
I'm so
throwing.
sorry, Vitamin.
Yeah, it's China, but Russia on the same script.
Every time.
No, wait a second. He plays only Russia, right? But he has his own strategy dedicated to each faction he's playing against. Maybe he didn't learn the BMP plus conscript Russia. I wish to teach him this thing. But against any other faction, China, ECA, USA has
Bottom seat here. He
he
should be
knows
bottom.
the army
He's a solid
position.
player. Especially as a teammate. Like if you beacon or anything, he will respond to that.
We're getting to that,
Yeah.
guys. One thing at a time. One thing at a time, please. Like for
Okay, okay.
versatility, I gave him 1.5 because he can play one faction really well. And I don't count his games where he plays EC or China because he doesn't play that for games he considers challenging, I guess. Does that make sense? Yeah, he doesn't take
Yes.
seriously. But he's the best he can do with Russia, so I'm giving him 1.5 for that. All right? Or he would be 1, and that's not fair. Like 1.5. So for eco and macro, this is a good strength of him. I want to start with a 3 for him. But I'm going to ask you guys, how's his production and his eco and expanding? What do you guys think about this?
It's
No.
good.
Maybe
It's
actually
always
three-
good. It's
One-
solid.
2.5.
Maybe 3.5 actually. Maybe 3.5.
Okay, so I hear
No.
2.5, I hear 3,
No,
I hear 3.5. Okay.
Darial, he's good. He's good. I mean, if you beat him in 1v1, that doesn't mean he is bad.
No, I'm not saying he's bad. He's good, but I mean, I beat him like more times that in my entire family has fingers, and I think I know and have the right to say that his producing capability could be better.
Please start what Hanfield said too. That's also great. But yeah. Rice said, you don't know the half the shit I do for community, okay? I do like more shit than Rick. Alright.
I don't know,
I think
Mass.
we need another aspect, mood. How person is dependent from mood.
See,
Mood?
I would say that's like I would
Like,
mood for
how
mood for
moody is a
morale.
person?
I know.
Oh,
Morale.
moody. Oh, mine's like 0.
Morale is important.
Oh,
I
moody
completely
5,
agree. But like, putting that into score would be hard, so I put that more into like game sense. Yeah,
Doms.
like I don't know, it doesn't really fit there, but that's the best I can do. So anyways, eco and macro. I hear 2.5 to 3.5. Let me hear the votes. Boys, let's start with Darial and Batrag.
2.5.
Okay.
No.
Okay, wait.
No,
We're
no,
going
no.
we're going to the
3
Corpse
or
T.
above.
Corpse T, MSR,
Sorry?
Nick. How do you rate the macro and eco of vitamin?
Vitamin, probably like a 3.
Okay.
3.5.
3. Okay. MSR, Nick.
You got to remember his like Boris skills, and yes, when he does get to late
Yeah,
game,
but,
he can hold his own.
Okay, yeah, but like
They
wait.
doing they do a lot of things, not just Boris.
Okay, so it's 3.5. Okay,
But
Nick,
if we're talking about like,
what about
if
eco
we're talking
and
about
macro
micro,
and
nothing, like he's good at it.
macro and expanding. We're talking about that. What, Nick?
One thing is good. I think it's good.
What
Macro.
did Nick say? Nick, I can't hear you.
3.5 is fine, I think.
Okay, I think the majority is 3.5, so I'm gonna go for that, boys.
Bruh.
Pushing and ending. I think
Yes.
he's good at pushing, and he
Definitely.
He
Yeah,
doesn't.
yeah.
He doesn't let you breathe. He does push. It might fail, but he doesn't. He does not passive.
Yes.
Mhm.
He's not passive.
Yes, I agree. 100%.
I'm gonna start with a 3 for this, but I could go higher.
No, 4.
4.
4?
Ooh,
Oh,
nice.
wow.
Okay. Anybody else?
I can say 4. Why not?
Going in 1, going in 2, going in 3.
4. Why not?
I think 3.5 is fine here. as
Okay,
well.
I need one more for
3.5.
3.5. I'm doing 4.
4.
4.
And by the way, check DM.
Why not? Give a 4.
Is
We
this
can
something
see
I
the
is
DM.
this something I can share with the class? Because everybody's seeing things right
Yes.
now, Darial. Really?
Yes.
Okay.
It's Cell's picture.
Oh no, you guys, don't look.
Damn.
Why?
It sells
I
picture.
expected it really.
Booze.
Booze, really? Are you really that much of a drinker now, Cell?
Sake, gimme sake and gimme.
Yeah, bro.
sweets.
I love my sake.
Do you actually drink sake in fucking Canada?
Where from Asia are you from?
What do you mean?
China.
He's a CBC. Wait, are
What does
you in
that
China
mean?
right now?
I'm not in China. I'm in Canada, but
Yeah, I know,
I'm
you're Canadian-born Chinese, aren't you?
I'm Chinese. Yeah.
Aren't you Canadian-born? You're
Oh,
CBC?
wow.
Yeah.
I'm not actually Canadian born, but I might as well be because I came here when I was like 3.
Do you
Bing
have
chilling.
citizenship?
Being chilling. Huh?
Do you have citizenship?
Citizenship.
Do you have citizenship, buddy? He's not answering.
No,
Okay.
don't.
Then it's vague.
Don't go back to China and rebuild China. Make China better. What's that, Beijing? Langbing ba? You don't think
So, are you in
something real?
Toronto?
Okay,
So are
so
you Toronto?
pushing and ending.
My family is
everybody's saying
from
4,
around
so let's go
Beijing.
4 for this. So for
What was
cooperating and
it?
supporting, this one will be bad because I gave Vigo a bad
Seriously?
score because he couldn't speak proper English. And
Can you really blame him for that?
no, but I said that in the stream too. Like he doesn't deserve it, but like in the context of this listing, like if it was a Russian listing, he would have for 4, but he has a
Listen,
lower
when you're
score.
in the game and you type help, you beacon or something, he listens.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay,
he
I'm
listens
with
in the
Vitamin right
game.
now. Yeah,
Not
Vitamin
everyone
does that.
has to have English.
He does all of that. Same with Vigo, actually.
Okay, boys, like
Same,
one at a
yeah.
time. I need to reduce the volume too. I feel like I'm getting overwhelmed here. Okay.
More times than my entire family has fingers is a phrase I will be using from now on. I feel honored, Rice. Thank you.
Okay, so
a
for
good
cooperating and
phrase.
supporting, he does beacon when he's going to attack somewhere. Sometimes he does speak English as good enough English when he's going to attack or defend or help or something like that. And the occasional blat. But yeah, I want to give him a higher score than Vigo as a 3, but I'm willing to go lower, boys, if you need, or higher. What do you guys think? And I will only consider this because he's a monolingual. But do you guys have any other opinions on this? Corpsey says
No, like
speaks
he
well.
everything.
Anyone
Yes, of
else?
course, they're talking about a perfect world, and you'd be like a 4.5.
He's bilingual.
but-
He's
Go,
not bilingual.
come try.
I can't call him bilingual, but yeah, okay. So, do you think 3 is fair, or should I go higher or lower?
Just sit on 3. Yeah,
Okay.
that's.
So wait,
Cosby, are you playing, by the way?
You can okay. So
Wow.
here's the thing. You can blame for not speaking. So here's the thing. If you can communicate with your partners to a level that allows you to play the game, that is good enough for me. That's not a high bar. Okay. And that's what it is. Like, I told you this in the stream like twice. I think at this point I'm gonna say the third time. I literally use Google Translate, or I literally practice words in Russian or Arabic to play with them, or with my Chinese friend back when I used to play with Type 62. You guys remember Type 62 by the way?
Yeah, I remember, but most people
Anyways,
don't know
yeah,
Alt Tab. I learned Alt Tab like 6 months ago.
Yeah, so basically, I literally, even before I was learning Chinese, I was actually talking with him, just to make sure that I'm going with it. If you're trying to do it, you can do it. Anyways, so yeah, English is something I will be focusing on more, and it might be unfair, and I understand that, but there's nothing I can do because a majority of us speak English in this community, and that's what's needed for multiplayer games. If this list was made in the Russian community, then
Multiplayer
yeah.
team games.
Well, yeah, that's what cooperation supporting, supporting your teammate or cooperating with them, talking with them, Speaking of which, I forgot that I did not finish my today's my Duolingo lesson, so that sucks. I think I missed it. Fuck. All right, so for cooperating, so for game sense, then I am going to ask you. I feel like fuck GLA might be actually considered more than a meme because he just can't work against GLA, and I don't know why.
It's just a meme.
Just a meme, yeah. GLA Empa. Go PB.
Like, he can't counter GLA though, can he?
I mean, if you're facing a good GLA, but I honestly can't really gauge Vitamin's skill because I always beat him. I don't really know.
To be honest, when I first began playing games, multiplayer games, I was actually considering Vitamin the peak of the players when he's unbeatable. This was really old, like 4 years ago, maybe. Yeah, something like that.
So, supporting and communicating is communication. Synchronize the gameplay use of GP. Let's see. Oh yeah, and also use of air and.
He doesn't communicate, but he responds well to pings, and he does ping as well himself.
Don't forget the random message of Pelea in the chat.
Yeah. I think I will give his game sense a 3.5. I think that's fair. He doesn't use everything well, like his He doesn't use jets unless it's a rank 5 GP that he wants to kill. He doesn't use Berkuts properly.
If you want my
Yes, sometimes.
game sense, I can tell you that a lot of time when I'm playing with him, I can sneak in commander drop, or I can sneak in a tiger in his base and kill his supplies. If he is busy in attacking you, you won't notice it and then die off because of lack of eco.
Oh.
You know what he does? When I'm trying to attack, and when I'm attacking, he always tries to distract me with his Air Force Boris, and killing like one supply, killing like one barracks at a time, one mortar bit, and I just don't care. Go into his base. He doesn't control his base. He only controls his Boris. It's just so funny, and he always does it.
He actually uses Boris a lot. Yeah.
Boris is good. Boris is better if he used it
Do you
in
think he
defending.
makes use of the faction fully? And do you think it enhances
Yes,
the game?
yes.
It is like it's a
Maybe
good
he lacks
understanding of the
in
game.
jets. Maybe he lacks the jets.
I don't think he
I've seen him use jets a few times.
Yeah, he used jets, but I never saw him
Just-
use golems or
Jets are kind of niche though.
Never forgets about my bulldogs. Like I pop a bulldog, gets instantly the GP. He always has a GP in store. Do you know that? He always has a star in store. Always gets the satellite dish to detect my commando drops. Always has a satellite dish to detect my Jaeger. Always has a satellite dish to detect my bulldog. Always. Not a lot of players do that. I hope I'm not muted.
Anybody else? Like, I think I was gonna give his game sense a 3.5, but I
4.
can hear 3 or I can hear something. Okay, I hear 4. Anybody
4.
else want to give higher or lower? 4. Okay.
Sorry, for what?
Game sense.
Game
Understanding
sense
the
for
game.
vitamin
Game
4.
sense. Yeah, I would say 4.
All right, then let's just go with that. Then let's go with 4.
Except when it comes to like really GLA bullshittery, then he kind of messes up.
That's why I said 3.5 at first. But if people are, curious, if people believe this, then yeah.
Hey, what the
I can
fuck?
see
You don't say the
both of
same for me?
I want to say that he loves playing against ECA more than anything else, and he loves to play against me more than anyone else because it's like that one meme: unstoppable force versus immovable object.
Mm-hmm.
No funny? Okay.
Yeah, what?
His looks like ship too. Mine was more symmetrical, I think.
I never saw mine. What does mine look like?
You'll see in the stream.
Like a
It's
heart.
not important.
Oh.
All right, so where do we put him then? I want to put him somewhere in B.
What the fuck?
Somewhere in B. I'm not sure where though.
Really? B?
Do you guys want to put him in A?
No. Even
What?
lower.
A?
What do
Vitamin?
you want,
No.
boys? What do you
Vitamin
want
is
then,
supposed to
boys?
be in C.
Really? Okay. I think I could see him late B, but okay.
Wow. You really
I'm
think
gonna say that
one faction only? He's one faction only. He's one faction only. I'm one faction only too. What is the logic here? What is the logic?
I was making room for Corpse C on A, but sure, let's put on C then.
Whoa. Wait.
Papa C.
Let's
No,
think
I
about
don't
this.
agree.
Look
I
at
don't
how
agree.
ugly this looks, you know?
Actually,
I
that's
think,
what
I
you're
think I'm putting like this, but fine. You're right.
If Vitamin is on B, then I should be in B too, but I don't
Yeah.
agree. Vitamin should be
Alright.
behind me.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Wait, can I? I literally cannot do it. Okay, there we go.
Anyone disagrees with this?
I'm waiting for your opinions, boys, because I thought it was a B, but you guys have other thoughts. Then yeah, you guys go for that. I'm gonna listen to my choice. Listen.
What was
No,
your thought?
I find this kind of difficult because, like, if I think like if I want a person as a teammate, it would be usually Vitamin, like compared
Do
to.
you want Vitamin or Darial more on your team? Canadian, I asked you a question.
Yes, I'm thinking.
You're taking too long, man.
Yeah, I know. It's just
He's basically choosing ECA or Russia.
yeah.
Who do you think is more competent?
I know. Like, more competence.
Yes.
The only real issue about you is that if your early game fails, then your late game kind of starts going not too well. But Vitamin kind of goes consistent.
It's the principle in every game. If you didn't know that, if you fuck up your early game, you're downside the entire game. Downhill from that point onwards.
I think I had Vitamin. I'm sorry.
This man deserves to stay on B. I don't give.
Yeah, I know. But I still think I'm better than everyone else on B.
That's
Yeah, you are.
That's why you're on top of the B, but still on B.
Yes, but I still should be with the A tier. But
All right, so what's his name? So Vitamin says always should be on C, but somewhere else on C. I want to put him on the
on top of the.
I don't know.
What is okay? Explain why he should be ahead of me.
He has a more competent early game.
Oh my god! I'm just not here for that
I
long.
think Darial has a more competent early game. Compared to Vitamin.
I'll put him here then. I think people. Okay, wait. Let's ask Mr. Osama, and we'll ask Nick and MSR. Where do you guys think? No, I don't consider his China games to be a thing because he doesn't play China seriously. Okay, like, if Vigo beats you as ECA, I don't think he plays VEC seriously either. Like, I don't see this myself, so let's not go into that. But where do you guys think we should position him? I'm listening to you guys. Let me know, because Darial says we should put him behind him. Maybe. What do you guys think?
This okay. Basically, the C tier itself just a mess. Okay.
C tier is
really
a
hard
mess,
to
you say.
rate these.
My
Yeah,
only
it's a mess.
my only regret is, like I said, these three. Yeah, that's the only regret I have so far. But
No, the entirety of C tier could genuinely be revamped.
It could. But, like, depending, I try to make these qualifications fair and not based on wins, and also, like, look at every aspect of a player.
You know that stereotypes don't make themselves the same way that wins matter in the ratings, especially with people who only play one factions.
Yeah, versatility. Yeah, versatility of faction. What's his name? Versatility of which factions you play and what kind of strategies you can bring. That's what versatility is. Yeah.
Do we consider wins and victories?
No,
and,
we don't.
This? Okay,
Like,
because if we are considering this, I should be lower than Meteor.
If we're
Because
considering,
he
like,
wins
if
a
we did win-loss, Corpse will be higher, MP3 will probably be lower, CNC might be a bit lower, Frost could be probably in the bottom of A.
Sajad.
Like,
I don't know anything about Frost except for you.
There's replays of us if you want. There's watch us play.
Yeah, no, but like there's just not enough like actual game information like for us playing with Frost to actually comment on Frost.
Yes, it's basically you.
Which is why we're trusting your word for it.
He can win me 1-3 ratio-ish. 1-3, 1-4. Yeah.
Sajad, do you think that Vitamin should be behind me or ahead of me?
Where do you guys think Sajad should be? Okay, guess after.
Let
Sajad speak, good at please. Different things. It's so hard to choose one.
I can't really decide.
Because this list isn't dependent on, well, okay, whose player is better than X player and like winning against each other.
It's not that based on, no, it's about skills, because like if I make win and loss, then this is gonna be a boring list, dude. But like,
yes,
Tao,
and
listen,
whether you have a girlfriend and a boyfriend.
Like Tao, for example, would be very low on the list because he doesn't play 1v1s and he's not really he can't really stand up on his 2 feet, but he's a good force multiplier himself. All right, so it'll be unfair for me to put Tao on D tier, like the lower than D maybe, like, because like I said, he's yeah, like it would be like win to loss should not be a thing. That's why I did it like this. Okay, and you're right, morale should be a thing. I mentioned this before, but that's not on the list because that's also very too subjective for me, like,
So I
if
actually
you have
thought
suggestions for the next one, I would gladly hear and like change the radar map or like how we classify things. But this is the best I got for now, guys. Sorry.
I think a tier
Okay.
list isn't the way to go. I think like
I tried to make a
if
tournament,
there's
but
like
nobody listened to that.
no,
Okay, let's
I
first of all.
think instead of a tier list, there should be like a quadratic graph, because then you can kind of put a player in a certain section, but instead of saying, oh, one player is better than the other, like this is
Okay,
their
let's
play style.
first
right?
finish this list, and I want Bruce to stop speaking. You said enough, but I want people to speak up. Where should vitamin be put?
Yeah, where should vitamin be put? Yeah, let's go with that.
I think both Darial and Vitamin is equal to the level, but
So
I
then
don't really know.
alphabetically, then Darial should be first.
Yes, I mean
Okay, just put
it's
Darial.
okay. It should be behind Darial. Yes.
So we could maybe say like just like how I have doubts of these three players, we could put these two as well. We could swap these out; they'll be fine.
I mean,
No, I
the
mean
guy has 1
Darial.
in 5 ratio of
Just put
winning
Darial
against me. How can
behind
we be, the same if we only play one
Darial,
faction? This has to be taken into account. I mean, this
Okay.
win ratio has to be.
Darial, it's not about winning, and
It's not
also
exactly yeah.
ECA is stronger than Russia in many ways.
Russia
No,
is the
EC
breaker for
Russia's
ECA.
stronger.
Russia
Are you,
is the breaker
are you
for
sure?
ECA.
Are
I
you
will
sure?
say,
Yes.
right now
No.
ECA is overbuffed by like 5%. There's a higher win
Yes,
rate than other
yes.
factions. We had 2 tournament events, and like in the event with the players that were in our community, the most highest win rate was ECA, and for the players who were not in our community, it was like a free for all event. The most played faction was GLA, but I think the highest win rate was ECA and China. So these two events are in like Google Sheets. I can share it too if you'd like, because I literally manually inputted every single win and loss in that. I think I even have the replay files in it. Like you can actually go and watch it too. God, Rice Hat, I know you haven't been here for a while, but I do a lot of shit for this community. And you know what? These ungrateful bitches, I swear to God.
Okay.
But yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it here then, because I can't see anybody saying, put vitamin there. But yeah, let's put it here then.
I would put a vitamin at the bottom of B tier.
A bottom of B tier.
I know. The reason I say this is just he holds his own. He like you have him as a teammate. He holds his own. Oh wait, but if you're including 1v1s, then I guess not.
Everything.
This is difficult.
It is difficult. And you know what, Corpse? You're right. This, the tier list is maybe bad at, displaying. Like, the radar map is not sufficient either. You're right. This could be better, maybe there somehow. But people like tier lists. Last time it was a tier list. I want to remove the radar map for next time, because I'm not gonna rewatch this stream. Sorry, but I know somebody else will and tell me that the radar maps are all off by the scoring. They probably will. Yeah.
Yes, they definitely are.
They're 100% off.
Yeah. So the radar map was maybe a bad idea.
Like you put what was it? Vitamins like co-op and support like 0.5 below my score.
You remember that? I applaud
Yeah,
you.
that's crazy.
So wait, was it this co-op and support 0.5 below you?
Yeah, sorry, like, you put like mine like 0.5 just above it, like a full English speaker, and then you have the Russian.
No, like supporting
the
as well. Like
disparity of
synchronizing
scores for all the players, it's very weird.
No, synchronizing gameplay as well. You're right about that. Like, it's not just about that. It's about like I wrote it down there. What was it? Where is it? I just wrote it down here. Yeah, synchronize use of GP, supporting out when not told to, communication, use of air tunnels in sub-pocket positions. Yeah, it's a mixture, like it's not just that. And you know what? You're right. That should be a bigger gap than half a point. You're right about that. But I think this is where I'm going to leave Vitamin. I'm going to move on to the last two, which should be me and Mr. TV. Oh, Rice Hat. Oh, we can do Rice Hat too. Yeah. I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna probably delete Mr. CCTV because nobody did their homework on him, and I apologize. And Cell, we'll play
We can
with
add him.
Cell.
We can add him later, maybe, if this chart saves.
Possibly. Okay, so versatilities. I have not been playing with Cell recently. What is he up to, guys?
Recruit.
He's
He is
a
a
recruit. I know
recruit,
that.
but
I know, but like,
Wait, who's Cell? I've never seen him play.
My memory's 10 years ago. I am not a trustable source.
Can I speak,
Go
please?
ahead.
Because
I'm
he
gonna be
played with
quiet. Yeah.
he played with me, Striker and Patrick. So from the games, he actually better than Patrick, and he was really competitive against Striker. So he was really doing great job. He actually have a really good macro. He was numbering his war factories. Have a really good eco. Expansion is good. A lot of production. I'm just
Yeah,
doing
he's
everything.
fast. He's a
He's fast.
gamer.
He's good. He's good. Like was playing
He listens
StarCraft
to
or
the
something. I don't really good. I don't really.
he listens to the tips, wants to improve, wanted to improve.
Yeah.
Maybe he can't right now. I don't know, and because of this life situation.
All right, I can turn on my microphone. Okay, so I'm gonna give it. What? How many games? Did you say? How many factions does he play, boys? Is he random? What does he do?
I saw him play China, but I think he can be good on everything.
I
I'm gonna give him
mostly
a
just still
2
play
then.
China. I
No,
feel like
he
the other factions are kind of
played 5
they
then.
got too many mechanics. I don't know how to do this.
Okay, eco and macro. How's his production and his expanding in late game?
I would say
Oh,
probably
late game.
eco and production is the only thing I'm good at.
Late game production. Nothing he's
That
good at. Okay,
shit
does
just
he
carries
expand?
over from StarCraft.
Of course, but does he expand?
He's good. Maybe was expanding really well in the first games I saw him doing. Taking the middle, taking the tech buildings. I remember maybe. I don't really. It was a really old replay. I mean, game they were playing. No, it's not.
Okay, so let me see. Then I'm going to say that I'm gonna leave him. Does he expand well? Late game is eco and eco. Can you micro proper hackmans? Right, Sat?
He doesn't
I don't think so.
do.
I mean, I
doesn't
don't
do.
even know what the micro is.
He doesn't do
I'm gonna put him
internet tracks, but
2
he
then.
just deploy the hackers. He just
I'm
deploy
gonna
the
put 2
hackers
then.
immediately.
2, but I feel like I could put this higher. But does he expand and take tech buildings? No, right?
Yes, maybe. I don't really know about tech buildings, but for expansion, yes.
Then 2.5. But I'm being generous here. Pushing an ending. How aggressive he is, and how soon can he end the game?
Oh, definitely aggressive. Definitely aggressive.
Aggressive.
Was finishing. Yeah.
Are you a
Was
Protoss or a Zerg
finishing.
player? You used to be Protoss, right, Rysat?
I play most. Okay, StarCraft 2. I play Zerg now.
Yeah, you play Zerg now.
I also
Yeah.
play StarCraft 1. I play Terran.
You play StarCraft 1 Terran.
Yeah, I do.
Oh boy, Artosis. Okay. All right.
I love that guy.
Do you hate vultures and scream at them?
Yeah. No, I love vultures. My favorite unit.
Okay, so pushing ending. I'm gonna give him a 3 for aggression. But for cooperating and supporting, I think he's a communicative guy. But do you actually synchronize your attacks, or like support your ally? Do you know what Frenzy GP does, or do you know which one's a global propaganda?
Global propaganda?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I have knowledge for the game, but
So I'm gonna
I
give him
think
like a 2 on this, but it's
How
gonna
do
be
you join?
unfair too.
How do you join the game?
it's okay. It's okay.
My head hurts so bad.
Okay. Okay, and for game sense, I'm gonna give him a 2.5 on this, but I'm going to
that's generous.
I'm going to say that Cell used to play a while back, and he's playing casually now. But I know that if he actually puts his weight in, he can probably kick your ass just because he's a StarCraft player, not just a nostalgia for the old days. I think he's more competent, but he's actually out of the blue. So I think a good position for Cell would be behind Juba maybe, or behind Rex. He could definitely leap up to C or D tier easily, but he doesn't know the game enough. He doesn't play it enough. Do you have any?
I think this is a generous rating of me.
All right, then I'll just.
I have
put
no
you...
complaints.
All right, yeah, I'll put it here. All right, with that, I'm going to be cutting off CTV. I'm going to say that I don't think you know the full game. I'll put you on further learning with Patrick here. Yeah, you learn the more mod more and you could play with us more. I hope to see you more in the community, and that'll be great. Okay, boys. So, are we doing complaints first? Or are we doing me first?
Complaints first.
All right.
No, I think we should put Bruce in first, and then let's do complaints.
All right.
No, okay,
Okay.
let's just finish it,
Yeah,
bros.
just
Just
finish
put
the-
yourself.
All
Just
right.
put yourself next to Frost. We are finished. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so anybody who wants to give me some ratings, let me know. Let's start with the lists for me. Okay, let's go with Bruce, the goose.
Okay.
All right.
I guess
Versatility.
I'll do this. We'll put 5.
1.5.
4.5. 4.5. Sorry.
All right.
4.5 equal macro. I'll put a 3 or 3.5. You're nowhere near CNC's level.
Eco and macro,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, you're no, for eco and macro. No one can beat CNC. Like he's actually like almost Ilya's level.
Oh my god.
Maybe like 4, maybe 4. If we're talking about eco and macro. But
Okay, so you say
no,
3.5. Okay, I'm listening to you guys. Sure.
maybe 4.
Yes, yes, yes. Oh my god, yes, the Cobra thing. Hunter's still mad at me for that. Oh, I can't remember. You know, it's so weird, dude. Literally, like, what? 2 months ago, like, I said something about the game, and, like, you know, Hunter mentioned that, you know, you once challenged me to show that Cobras were not overpowered or something, and I was like, bro, it's been, like, 13 years. Why do you tell me this now? Like,
so funny.
Like, I got mad at Fine because the unit got a 35% damage nerf, like DPS nerf. Like, the unit's never been the same since then. Like, guys, before this nerf, a Viper could flank a Tunguska from behind, like 6 o'clock, and win. Okay? That's what it used to be like. And it got obliterated.
That's kind of OP.
Did Cobra actually got nerf? Oh my god, that's why I feel
Huge
it
nerf.
sucks.
Huge
Oh my.
And the only buff it got in the last few years was the benefit of LGMs because people cried about tigers. So, yeah, the Cobra nerf, God. People still remind me of this Rice Hat. You know that? Like, did I get that mad? Like, it's been almost...
I guess some people are pretty old.
Oh,
they remember the old days.
Man. Like, I thought that my guard tower fucking, you know, anger is more of a meme type to me than anything else. Or my unusual perspective on balancing. Like, I have a friend, you don't know him, but his name is Del, and he wrote this, like, beautiful paragraph about me. He's on another server.
Oh, no.
But I should say it one time. It's great art, okay? And for a guy who, like, you know, shows his love through his anger, this means that he really likes me. Like, he can't write something like that about Corpse T. Del doesn't like Corpse T as much as he likes me. Sorry, Corpsey.
Sorry, what did you say?
You just gonna take that, Corpsey?
Yeah, I said that Del loves me more than you because, like, you know, he wrote a beautiful paragraph hating me, and he shows his love with his anger. All right, and he can't write this about like that to you, but he can write that about me.
No, he loves shitting on me though.
Okay, maybe we'll go see which one he loves more then. Okay, so pushing and ending. Pushing and ending, boys.
Pushing and ending. Oh. You have really good breakthroughs, especially in certain like situations. So your ECA breakthroughs are really good, so you can definitely end a game pretty well. But I feel like you've started to more sit in the base before doing that action. So I think I will put pushing and ending just maybe 4.5. We'll just put you to max. It's fine.
Max is 4.9.
Not 0.5. Not 0.5. Not 0.5. Those are 4.
You over the board. 4.5? No, it's.
Okay, sorry. Let's do 4. Let's do 4.
Wait, what? For which one?
Pushing and ending.
Yeah,
you don't push as much anymore. Yeah.
Okay.
But your ending is really good.
All right. What do you think? Cooperating and supporting.
Cooperating and supporting. That's max.
Yeah.
Okay, max is 4.9, guys. I should just tell you that, by the way. Like, Mark has 4.9 and everything. Like,
yeah, I would say
4.5 is different. Okay. And game sense.
Game sense? No. Maybe Game sense.
Like,
You
there's
definitely do.
using different strategies comes on game sense or versatility.
Yeah.
So, no, versatility is around strategies. Game sense is making the right choices and knowing the game and how things work. And, like, like it's the closest thing to skill and morale that I can compare with knowledge. Those are like the three things about it.
It's just like your game sense is good, yes, but like if the enemy does something unexpected in any sort of way, you crumble pretty fast on that.
Can you give an example on that?
Examples is like, let's say like helis or something. Do they just come out and it's just like an unexpected situation? But you're still very good overall in a game sense. Like there's no doubt about that. No one can question that.
Okay. Well, what do we do to give it
I would
number
say
for?
4.
4. All right. So, does anybody want to oppose this?
Yes.
All right. What would you guys want to change about this? I have a max, which is
Versatility,
like
go.
what?
Versatility, yes. It's going to put it 3.5.
3.5. Okay, somebody says 3.5, but that's a big
Yes.
jump. So
I
Things
will
like
disagree.
USA, you'll only do drops, or you'll go Raptors and what's the
Oh.
Nighthawk.
You're saying
Yeah.
for you,
On
same.
China, you'll always go for mass production, or you will go for late game eco boom, and then you will go for infernos. On Russia, always going to be conscript scam with the hunchback drops, and then what else?
okay, I
ECA
wanna.
always ECA is always going to be tank traps, mole mines, and falcons.
Okay, so
What
I wanna
else?
mention something. Nick.
GLA you play differently, but yeah, all the other factions or specific strategies you always use those.
I want to just mention one
To be
thing, Nick. Everything you mentioned sounds to me all the tactics I do against a GLA, which is what I do against you. So, can anybody else vouch for that?
You actually do use that quite a bit.
Wow, ODX, are you hosting that map?
Okay. Look, to be honest, I disagree with Nicholas. I prefer Bruce playing the same his tactics over ECA defensive bullshit or any other same tactics of Russia, Tesla plus Sentinel thing. At least he's doing something not the others are doing.
I'm the guy who uses seals. What happened to my seal reputation, guys? Like the Black
Yeah,
Hawks
of
and
course.
seals.
You see
It's just
seals,
you don't.
man.
It's
Who
just
used
seals.
that? Who used that?
They aren't. I mean, even when you try to use them, they usually fail.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, seals are in a bad position right now, but yeah.
Yeah.
Black
So
Hawks
it's hard
are.
to even like count that.
I'm thinking what I don't use Teslas because they have such a bad reputation. I'll be honest. I do want to use golems, but not the Teslas.
Man, I wish golems are good. I will wish that.
Let me see. I do use aircraft sometimes, but I don't use recovery a lot as Russia, personally. For GLA,
ODX,
I
let's go.
don't use informant a
Let's
lot
go
because
for
I
it.
don't need scouting. I can imagine and void point scout with people.
Where are you? Are you
With
sonar radar? Oh, I don't need this.
I use armor company the least because it's too expensive for me. I prefer to do more with little men than big tanks. China, I don't use nukes because it just reminds me of ODX. Sorry, ODX. And I don't use ComGP because, like I said, I can scout well with China. I don't need that. ECA,
So,
I don't use ammo dump a lot. Yeah, I'm thinking like what don't I use exactly?
So you
I
use
use mine
niche
drop.
tactics, but then use them a lot, so that makes them not niche for you. Is this what I'm hearing?
No, like from Nick's only thing he said is that he says the things and these things like the drops. Sure, I do it against everybody because I'm somebody who's tried to make air mobility good. I literally have an essay on the forums from like who knows how long ago about like why air mobility sucks. Like I literally wrote a paper for it on the forums years ago.
Okay, then.
But like
then let's just do 4.
Fine, 4.
Because if it's true, if you don't use Teslas, if you just refuse to use a certain unit,
I
then
refuse to use it because they just like
then that wouldn't make you versatile for
too.
it.
I don't like to use scouts too because like they feel like they make the game too easy or cheap for me. I don't like scouting. Like I just don't like it. Now is this something?
So then wouldn't the versatility go down then because you're refusing to use a part of the game? That sounds like just like ODX and using any other GP.
I can see that argument.
Okay, Bruce,
All
what
right,
do you
so where am I? Where am I? Where am I? So this is the list, and that's my radar map. Give me a second. I did not expect a 3 or a 4.9 for me, honestly. Both of these things I didn't expect. Oh well. All right. Wait for this
I
to
mean,
load.
Bruce, you're basically the best teammate here. Can't argue about this.
I'm the best player here if Marakar's not around, but
Yeah, of course. If Marka's not here, just
yeah,
go for you.
But I'm the guy with the highest win rate against Marakar, and the next one's Frost. And the next one after that is this in the list right now. On the list.
Oh, on the list?
On the list. It might be Corpsey, then maybe Vigo.
It would be me.
Yeah.
It would be me.
Yeah. So wait, there's my list. Okay. So as much as I really wanted to meme and listen to none of you guys and put myself here, because I did consider it, just as a good shit post, I'd be like, fuck you guys, I'm putting myself on the top next to Marakar. I want to say, if this was really a list, right, I'll probably put like five, 6 slots like this, empty slots. I would put myself like here. Like the gap between me and Marakar is bigger than the gap between
Bruce.
Wait, let me finish this. The gap is bigger between me and Marakar than...
Bruce, you're like lagging.
Oh no.
Lag.
Oh no. Hello.
Yeah, stream connect. Hey Bruce, what are you up to?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're doing the tier list.
Okay, it's better. It's better now. It's better.
Okay, so I was gonna say yeah,
Okay, your
because
voice
if I
is
was
good.
gonna put Marakar, but myself next to Marakar, I did.
Did I miss something?
Luna, what?
Have I missed something?
Yeah, we're making a tier list over 2 days, man. Yeah, this is the second day we're finishing it. I was gonna say yeah. Can you just let me talk, please, for a second? So yeah, I was saying I was considering to actually ignore all your opinions and put myself here and give myself the max score because I can, and it would be very funny. It was gonna be a proper shit post. I'll be honest. But if I put myself in Marakart here, I would probably ask Darial to give me like 5 empty slots and put myself on the 6th. Because the gap between me and Marakar is like the difference between me and like Rex, maybe? Yeah, because Marakar actually is the best of both worlds right now. I'll glaze it if you want to call it that, but he came from a modding community, so he has good creativity. Like he's a guy who built, 2 Saboteur bikes when there's a single site. So that's amazing. Everybody in 0 hours like, really? That's amazing to you guys? But it was amazing to them. And the guy actually uses Saboteurs with buses now too. He uses everything. He made Comanche popular again. He's a world champion, and also he has good discipline. He practices a lot. So Marker is an exceptionally amazing player. So me putting himself next to it, as much as I would love to put it, my name is not Marakar, so for that technicality alone, I'm not gonna put myself there. Yeah.
Just downgrade yourself to
You're
the 18.
bullshit.
Yeah, I'm gonna put myself
Maraka
here.
position.
Okay. So before the corpsey thing, anybody else have any other complaints on this? Because I feel like the corpse thing is gonna take most of the time. Really? Nothing. Did I cut off? Hello?
I just got in. I just want to know what kind of opinions you have about me, but I missed out on that.
So there's a whole stream about Luna, but we categorize people by a few things. We categorize them by versatility in tactics and gameplay, in game sense, how good your skill, morale, and understanding the game is. Eco and macro is your expanding economy and late game good. Cooperating and supporting, how well you can support your allies, communicate with them, and if you're flexible with other players. Pushing and ending is like as soon you can end the game and how well you can do damage. Like if you throw a B1 into a base and only kill in the barracks, then you get auto B1, then you're going to get a low score for pushing and ending. So, yeah.
Have you recorded this stuff, right?
Yes.
And can you give me a link to that part of me discussing about my gameplay?
It was probably in part 1, right? He was on part 1, guys?
Yes, he was.
But I will tell you, Luna, that this is the last version of the list, and the list changed a few times in C tier. So, yeah. So let's put it like this then. Is there anybody who would like to put on Mario Kart here, guys?
What?
No, definitely
Is
no.
anybody want to put on A tier, guys?
Corpse T.
Okay, anybody else?
Put him.
Okay, anybody
A
else?
tier, please.
Anybody else?
Oh my god, everyone is dying on the most important moment.
Okay, I'm gonna ask each tier, guys. Anybody else do you think should be on a higher tier on B? Should anybody be B tier or a high tier on this?
Bruce, there's a lot of people I don't recognize.
Good, Luna. All right.
I'm not sure why Rick is in C tier. He should be in B tier.
I can't share all the details, but he's making amateur mistakes and he's really gone now. And also the time zones and his availability is making him an angry drunk guy. I can't talk about what he did internally, but yeah, he deserves to be
Oh.
here. Anybody else? Anything else? Like I'll tell you, Rick will not protest this. I'll tell you 100%. Let me put it that way. Anybody
Just
else?
okay. Just put Corpse T higher and put
Okay, anybody?
Tau
I'm gonna
maybe
get to that.
above,
Anybody? Tau what? What about Tau? Yeah.
above Osama maybe.
Okay. Did
Maybe.
Osama and didn't Osama and Darial play? Oh wait, are they playing?
They are playing.
Oh,
Yeah, they're playing right now.
Darial and Darial. Okay, Darial. Okay, that was Tau. Okay, so you think Tau should be higher? Okay, for me, like I said, these three, I feel like I could easily swap them around. Okay, that's. I
Oh, yeah, for
acknowledge
sure.
this. I acknowledge these three. I could
Yeah,
easily
they are.
swap them around.
Okay, if we are considering these guys are equal, then I'm okay. I'm okay.
I think Tao's better than Osama and Skit, but that's as a teammate, as team play.
Yeah, but he
Yes.
doesn't do 1v1s and like what's his name? What's the other
Have
thing?
a
There's
boyfriend.
like three. Oh, he has a boyfriend. Yeah, those are two things that lower score.
Okay. Okay, so there's one thing about this is that there aren't enough players to get truly randomized teams.
You could
Like
do it.
if you wanted to have
Mm.
like if you wanted to have like the usual players playing versus each other and then you stack, I don't know, like me, Vigo, and like let's say ODX on one team versus Tao and like other two people, right? Like it just isn't gonna work out.
Yeah,
Reason why we're paired and then we balance that.
he's a
That's
team
why you have
play
the
multiplayer.
standard norm of what boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever, right?
Well, that's the thing. He needs to be more flexible. Like if you can be that flexible, so can he.
I mean, I play with anyone. I don't really care. People
Yeah,
just
that's
put
the
me on a
thing.
team. I just accept.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You know, like for me, I'm at a point where I'm post-ironically playing, where I'm just trying the weirdest things to see what will, what can stick. Because I'm bored of standard so much, and I think I'm kind of stuck there too because I can't come back. Okay, so these three, I want to say Skit has fallen from grace, but I can't put him under these guys. Tao has only those two things
Tao
that
should be
put him
fine.
down, and Osama's just high here because he's playing a decent amount of random, and not just playing
Actually,
GLA nuke with China nuke with attack move. That's like, or I have a lot to criticize about Osama. I do. That's the only reason he's here. Like Tao's not here because Osama's better. Tao's here because he's getting like points removed for other aspects of him. Does that make sense?
What points? What aspects?
Like I said, the 2 points of him like being like he doesn't duel, which is like it's something I consider for everybody here. Otherwise,
Maybe he
Mitya would
joins
be,
in.
like.
Okay, let me speak. Maybe he joins during the time of the day when the team games are more prominent.
Like I said, if I don't consider, like if I have to remove 1v1s from consideration, then for Mitya, I have to remove team games from consideration, then he'll have to be lower as well. But Mitya does both of them. He doesn't do team games too much, but Tal doesn't do any 1v1s. So like just as an example for you guys.
When was the last time you saw media being in team games? Anyone who is here, when was the last time you saw?
Didn't he
genuinely don't remember.
Didn't he play with
played
that
with-
that weird guy?
Bruce, he
The
actually
Greek guy.
played with me.
The Greek
Nicholas,
guy that we bullied
Cameron.
and left.
What was he named?
Fought for the. I'm telling you his name. Fototopodu.
No, that wasn't his name. It
There
was like
was.
that one guy who like I got angry at CNC for like turtling.
Self-made monster.
That one, yeah, that's the one, the Greek guy. So like he played team
What?
games with him.
No, he's not Greek. Do you know he's Greek?
Does he say he's Greek or Cypriot or something? Is he? Is he not?
I've never seen him say anything about his ethnicity.
Somebody told me that. It's been so long. Okay, well, I saw him with back then because I watched his replays, right? Because like he got mad at stuff. And I was like, what's he getting mad at? I should give him some advice because he's a new guy. But does he even play anymore? All right. And like I said, those are the 2 points. The reason why. Why is Mizo in advancing ahead? Mizo. Okay, I'll say this. Mizo. Too inactive, basically. Someone who's rusty and can't sell someone on. So, yeah. So aside from so as far as I see tier wise, yeah, and the last one is a meme, but I will mention it. Tao said that I would probably put him below the Osama, as he would be annoyed by that. And just to make his wish come true, I did look for reasons, and I did find them in the attack. And they're not disingenuous reasons, but this is just the cherry on top.
That's so mean.
He
That's so
asked
mean.
for it. He asked
It's
for
so
it.
rude, Bruce.
All right.
It's so rude.
Listen, he asked for it, one, and two. Like I said, the reasons are actually valid because he doesn't do only once, and he has a boyfriend. Yeah. Yeah. So it's not Osama being better, but it's Tao being worse than getting lower points deducted because of that, like penalty points. Let's see. Off near anybody on detail you guys disagree with? I feel like I couldn't judge Levy because I don't know enough about him. So I feel like Levy.
Levy is good.
I'll trust your word for it. Hengel's a great guy. He's okay with anything. Otto, I feel like I might be too mean on him, but I don't know where else to put him. Depp, he doesn't play enough to comment. Yeah. So advancing ahead is by the way, Skid. I should just tell this to Skid. Wait. So further learning means you have the potential to be 1 to 2 tiers above easily. You just need more. Or performance to be critiqued. Okay. Further learning is somebody who needs to do their homework. Wait a second. So that's advancing. Wait, no. Wait. Advancing ahead. Wait. Further learning means you need to learn more, lack proper basic skills, stay in recruit school. It's like who's close to graduating, who's close to getting a scholarship and jumping 3 grades, or who's close to who needs to stay for school? Who needs to stay in school? Wait. Kind of like that. Like, I know that if Mizo and the MP come back and they actually put in some good elbow grease, MP's Harris will probably make a lot of people rage. And Mizo's late game, or his late tier 1 to early tier 2 to his late tier 2 is very brutal with the way he uses artillery. But these are things I know and I've seen, and I can't tell you guys the same thing. I told Skid as well. Like, yeah, he hasn't. They haven't done anything recent enough to be mentioned here. Okay, so I think I'm gonna end the thing here. Anything else? Oh yeah, the last one. Yeah. So,
Yes.
Yeah. So no, but nothing else. But the last thing, right? Okay, I'll put Corpsey up to 8 here because it's too crowded there.
Yes, finally, justice.
And
sorry, man. Sorry, man.
I'm happy now.
As for C tier, I feel
Same
like I
here.
could push one person up to B tier. Should I put Nick here? I'm wondering that. Just to make it pretty. Could I put Nick one tier
Actually,
up?
I accept this. Actually, Nicholas.
Yeah,
It's good.
actually, I'm okay with it.
I'm
All
okay
right,
with it too.
this is the last one. Please in the comments tell me that I made a mistake in the last few minutes of the stream, and these two should be lower. All right, let me know in the comments. All right, thank you for everybody for coming. It's been the end of the second stream, which has been almost 4 fucking hours. Wow. My neighbor was telling me that I talk too much at night, and you know what? They're right. She's right. God damn.
Okay, Bruce, can you just post the picture of the final?
Of course. Can I put a screenshot of this? Wait, one of the buttons.
Just screenshot your screen, the window. Oh, okay.
Technology.
Okay, this is better, I guess.
All right. Tier list for 2025. Come back sometime after 2026 at the start and or whatever. Or whatever. Please don't criticize the radar map too much. Open to suggestions for the next one. I will say again that I hope to see. Wow, that's so much stuff on the screen. Give me a second. Let's move the little box. Okay. I hope to see in the future. What's its name? Vigo trying new things. MP3 coming back. Corpse T, I would tell you to stay after class and work on your homework. I was gonna put you on B. I hope you can, keep that A position and get higher on that tier then. Okay? Do better, buddy. I know you have the potential. I've seen you do it. I have big expectations from you. All right.
Okay.
Let's see. What was I gonna say? Tao, you deserve to be in a better place too. I hope you can get there. Skit is rusty. I hope you can tolerate this game more than you did. Dale's definitely gonna be B tier at some point. I expect easily to be B tier. Vrick as well has easily the chance to redeem himself. Hangel can be better if he actually puts effort into it. Otto kind of same thing, but Otto's a Dado now, so I don't expect that. Juba, when Tiat finally crashes and burns, I hope to see you on B or A tier at some point, buddy. Miss ya. Same thing with Mizo and MP, yeah. Any closing statements, guys?
No.
Alright then, I'm going to be slowly ending the stream then. Thank you everybody for tuning in, and